You are listening to the decision reel.
Hey, welcome to the decision reel, where the reels always fall off. Right, Randy?
Every time.
Every time. Anyways, this is the Decision Reel Movie Review Podcast. I'm your host, Steve. With me this week are Randy and Tara. Wally decided to not come in because of work, he said?
Sure.
It's work related.
I don't
Sure.
remember. Sure.
I mean, that's what he says.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
That's what he says.
I guess.
He did only say 90 minutes. We could have waited a little bit.
We could have, but you know what?
But he said, you know what? You guys are on your own.
I wasn't waiting 90 minutes.
That's true.
Tara's
yeah.
got shit to do.
I got stuff to do.
Me and you?
I got Carrick to do.
Okay.
My boyfriend Carrick.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us know about that.
My boyfriend, Carrick. Yeah. She said it.
Right. Not the first time.
No, not the first time.
She's
We
learning.
fixed it.
She's
My
learning.
She'll get
roommate.
there.
This week, we're looking at a movie that Tara picked. What is that movie, Tara?
Voices.
The
Voices.
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 I made the mistake of looking up Voices. I'm like, this isn't the movie.
No, that's not. No.
And
The Voices.
The Voices. Actually, there's another The Voices that came out in 2020. And then there's a one that's like Voices. So if you search on Tubi, there's like 17 Voices movies.
Tubi, dooby, doo.
Well, it's free on Tubi.
Damn it.
So that's why I went on Tubi. Because I did my Google search of where to watch this. And it said free on Tubes. And I went, we're going
Is
on the
Tubi
Tubes.
free?
Yeah.
Fuck me. Why don't I just get that?
That's why
Almost everything is free on
Steve
Tubi.
tells us to get like all of them.
I know.
And
I
we
know.
don't. We just keep paying for stuff.
just a walking billboard
Well-
over here of what to get,
I think I only pay for one streaming service,
which is
Amazon.
okay. But you also get other things with that.
Which, yeah,
So-
you're not technically paying for the streaming service. You're paying for Prime, which gives
Yeah.
you the.
Exactly. So then,
It works out.
ipso facto,
It's free.
Why not?
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I got you. The plot of The Voices: a likable guy pursues his office crush. That's hard to say. With help from his evil talking pets, but things turn sinister when she stands him up for a date.
This trailer makes it look like a musical.
Who stands?
Could be. So the
Fiona
the
does.
British chick Fiona,
stands him up. Oh,
right?
Because
Got
she
it.
doesn't go to
sorry.
Shinshan.
Right. Dude, that place looked legit.
Shay.
Like,
Sushi.
The Elvis and everything?
sure, there was 2 people in there, but I would
It
be
looked
there.
good.
Right.
Like, yeah, well,
I want that
looks can
karate
be
show.
deceiving.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if I'm eating my food and that dude is doing Elvis #1
And karate.
and karate, look, dinner and a show.
Karate.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I don't know how much that is,
It looked kind of pricey.
considering.
But it also
It's
kinda looked like a
also in the
buffet.
middle of a really small town. And there was nobody there.
So-
who knows?
The-
Milton.
Milton, Nebraska? I don't know. Did it say?
I don't know if it said a state. And it
I don't
didn't
know either.
it didn't say it was Milton though. Wherever. But she's from Reading.
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 Sorry, I gotta drink my last drink. My wife made me.
Was that not a buffet though? It looked like a buffet.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was buffet.
Pretty sure most Chinese places like
Or a
that
buffet.
that are
At
that
least
big
half one.
are buffets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
If you go somewhere and there's a buffet, do you go to the buffet or do you order?
I'm going to that place because it has a buffet.
Yeah, if I'm yeah.
Trash.
I order.
I mean, we are in.
Trash.
But I don't really go anywhere that has
Well, that's like if you go to Acai, are you sitting down at a table or are you not sitting down
at the grill.
at the grill to then have the
That's
dinner
not the
cooked?
same.
I
Is
just
it
wonder
not?
when people go in and sit at the table, I'm like, what are you doing?
All right, are they looking back at us going, "Man, I wish I sat there."
Like what why wouldn't you like
Is it cheaper?
your food's
Well,
gonna
yeah, it's cheaper. You're not getting
Oh,
the
you're
show.
you're getting
What the
the
fuck?
Is it cheaper?
It's cheaper.
Are you sure?
I've done it before.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've sat at
Do
the
they
bar.
get a different menu?
Yeah, you can still order the same things they make. They just don't make it in front of you.
But like so
Right.
they get a different menu with different
It's a factor.
prices?
It's cheaper.
Pretty sure it's cheaper. They don't give you like a menu when you sit down there, or they do.
Yes,
but
they
it's
do.
are there prices on there? I don't think
Yeah.
there is. It's been a while
At
since
the
I've been
grill,
there.
there's definitely prices on the menu.
Yeah,
that
they
they hand you.
for sure.
But I wonder if it's just like at the grill, they give them different menu.
No, it just has the that's
There's
what I'm
no
saying.
way.
There's just different
There's no way in their grand scheme of business that the dude doing the show that you got to
Dude.
pay for.
Looks like a dude.
and he's there for how long,
It's
right?
like another dude.
There's no way that's the same price as if I'm sitting at a table going,
Maybe
yo, give me
it's
chicken
like
fried
to the
rice.
overall, like a tax or something, like a fee. I don't know.
So what you're saying is it's $15 for the meal, right? But then on the receipt at the end of it, it goes entertainment tax.
No, it definitely
20%.
doesn't do that. I would
Hey,
notice
you
that.
should. They would be smart.
Right.
But yeah, the only thing I can think of is if that's like no, I just want my food. Like, leave me alone. I just want to
Maybe.
converse. Maybe they don't want to sit with other people.
I know. I just saw it too.
Yeah.
What?
Doesn't matter.
Nope.
So, but again, I still would.
It says incredibly flexible.
There's no way that you're paying the same price.
I think
For
that
the grill.
you are, Steve.
No, there's no way.
I think that you are.
Somebody
If
messaged.
if you look at the menu online, it doesn't say like this is what you pay at the grill, this is what you pay at a regular table and or bar.
All right, so this is what we're doing this weekend.
I'm not sitting at a table, so one of y'all are doing it because I'm not doing it.
Well, obviously Randy's going to sit at the table.
I'll sit at the table.
I'm not sitting at the table.
He'll
I'm
by
sitting at
by
the-
myself.
waving at you. Us
I'll
like
sit at the
I'm
grill.
over here. Jesus Christ. Anyways, where to watch The Voices? You can see it. Why is this doing a movie trailer? At the end? Talking about Liam Neeson.
What is
Who'd that be?
that, Steve?
So we're gonna get off that.
That ain't the one.
I'm gonna say it's
Got it.
I just picked a random trailer for it, and it's probably got like the 30
Like an
seconds at the
intro
end after whatever talking
something,
about other
yeah.
shit. God damn it. Now are we back? Yeah, look, now we're back. Where to watch The Voices? If you have Tubi, it's free on Tubi, just like a lot of other stuff is on there, which is free. You got to watch ads, obviously, but whatever. It's all
I
good.
love that pink.
To rent, YouTube, Google Play, Amazon, Apple TV, Vudu, and Redbox.
Fucking Redbox, man.
Yeah.
Always have these kind of movies.
She was just staring at Ryan Reynolds there. And she was having a good time.
Don't blame ya.
She was just like, oh,
Oh,
no.
what's up, girl?
I will say something. I am not a fan of Anna Kendrick
I
at all.
love her.
This
I love
movie, although she's not in it a lot, I was not annoyed by her. And I was a little like,
her. Well, she's
oh,
very toned down, and she's not playing what she normally
sure.
plays.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I was like, okay.
She's
all
the
right.
hi, like shy, like.
Well, she can, from the minute she's on screen, she wants Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, you can tell for sure.
Oh,
Like,
she's the
mean,
one that
though-
makes,
Come on.
let's be real,
Yeah,
Let's-
come on.
beyond that talk, she's the one that actually makes everybody die, right? Think about it. She would have never pushed that people, we'll get to it here, Fiona, to go on that date, right? Or to skip the date, right? Because she said, oh, we're going to wherever the first time. So they all go out together.
That is one of my favorite parts because she's like, oh, I'm supposed to meet. And they're like, well, just tell him. And she goes, no, I don't want to hurt his feelings. I'll just leave him a voicemail before we leave. And they're like, you're so considerate.
Right.
You're just the sweetest. Like, and she walks away like, yeah.
I took it the other way.
I took them
go for it.
as saying, like, you're kind of being a piece of shit.
No, they were.
They weren't being like
you can
serious
see it on their
about that.
face. She was smiling. And Anna Kendrick was like, you're such a sweetheart.
I
like,
think
she was
that
being
was
serious.
sarcasm.
no. I think
From girl mood, I'm telling you, they are being serious.
I think it's this is the queen bee and we're
we
following
have
her
to.
mentality,
Yeah, you're so
right?
sweet. Yeah.
They don't mean it, but the way they're talking, like kind of like Mean Girls, right?
Maybe
like, oh
they
my
don't
god,
mean it,
yeah,
but
you're
they're
right.
saying it like they mean it.
Right,
It definitely
because-
wasn't fake tone, is what I'm saying.
No, yeah, for sure. So
For sure.
for sure. This is written by Michael R. Perry. Has
Has
not.
anyone checked on him? Because, like,
He might be fucked up. Maybe.
does he have pets?
He hasn't written anything else of note. So maybe this was
One and done.
maybe this is an autobiography. Who knows? Directed by Marjane Satrapi. She's Iranian and a woman.
Word.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good
I,
for
I was not.
Respect.
You
Well,
did pretty good pronouncing that.
thank you. That I tried. I
What do
sounded
you
it out.
think?
I sounded it out in
fidgeting.
my
Am I
head.
fidgeting? What are you doing?
moving around.
My legs?
Yeah.
My
It's
legs?
because of this right here. That guy.
It's getting all hot.
Hot and bothered.
What's
think-
up with it, though?
I mean, you do whatever you want to do, I guess. Yeah.
Uh,
Sure. Anyways, she has not really directed anything else of note. She's
Like, what
directed
happened
some.
to these people?
Maybe they died. I don't know. What the, was that your
Was that you?
internal monologue?
That was me.
that
Screaming?
was you. Oh,
Please don't do that again. That
scared
hurts.
the shit out of me.
This is
That
rated.
hurts? Really?
It doesn't hurt me, but physically I go, where is that coming from?
Yeah.
Is there somebody locked in the
I thought it was
basement that I
upstairs.
didn't know about? Is my wife being murdered upstairs?
That's what I thought.
Right. Stop, please. Get back in here. This is rated R for bloody violence and language including sexual references. Yeah, I would say the cat for sure
The cat is
is
epic. He's epic.
I had to look it up. I didn't know that he voiced the dog and the cat.
It showed him voicing them,
so he's in the bathroom at one point.
talking to himself with those voices.
Right. Because
No, I think I had to look it up
Oh,
before,
before that.
before,
Before it
that
showed
part.
that.
Yeah.
I got you. But yeah, I do like how this movie portrays mental illness, I guess, right? Where it's kind of showing you how it could be without, and I do like the fact, spoilers, obviously.
I mean, if you're watching this, you have to expect that. I
Yep.
think.
I like how it flip flops back and forth between like him when he's on his meds, seeing what his apartment looks like, versus him not on it and it looks clean and
Perfect.
beautiful.
Which
yeah.
I actually said this to Carrick. I said I like that they did it that way because you would expect the opposite.
Right.
You would
right.
expect that if you're on your meds, everything's hunky dory and everything's like bright and shiny, and then when you're off them, it's like very dark and very like. But for him, it's the opposite.
Well, and I feel like
For him, he's not lonely when he's off his meds. He's got these other voices, and he's like, oh.
Right, but I think that sheds lights on mental health
Oh.
in general because people that are on these meds, I mean, you just become dull and boring
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, right? Or you lose your luster. Not to
Yeah.
say that in this version, hey, maybe he should have not been on meds.
Maybe he should have
because-
just lost his luster
Right.
a little
Yeah.
bit.
a little bit, you know.
But it's true because it depends on what you're taking the meds for and what kind of meds you're on. For some people, it does do that. It kind of makes you just like
right.
zombie, essentially. You're just walking through life. You're going through the motions, and
Well, he even says to the therapist, right? Like, I don't want to take him because everything goes away.
yeah,
Obviously, he's talking about his friends who
the
cat dog.
angels.
Yeah,
The
did,
angels.
so I checked out at one point of this because I think I got like a text message from somebody and I was like reading it. But when he's talking to his bunny doll like as a kid, did that have a voice?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
sock.
Or
did.
the sock or whatever.
the sock bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the dad is like yelling at it, and the
I
sock
remember
bunny
that.
is going, "Don't let it!" Like he's like,
Okay, I did hear
"Just
that.
give me a hug, don't let." And then he answers the sock bunny, and then so the dad's like, "What is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Which again shows something because who knows had the dad or had his family handled it in an appropriate manner, maybe he wouldn't have ended up being
Right.
the way that he was long term.
Very true.
I mean, look at his mom,
Right.
the way she went out.
Yeah. And if you
Yeah, that's rough.
well, I do and another thing how this movie shows it is the dad thinks he did it, right? Because he walks in and his mom basically well, okay. Is that just the way he's remembering it? Is that the way that maybe his mom wasn't actually talking to him?
So you're saying maybe his mom didn't say do it, and he's thinking she.
Right.
I don't know. I don't think that's where they were going with that because
I don't,
I
but
don't think that's where
but
they're going. But
listen
it
to the
could
whole
go that
movie,
way,
right?
Yeah.
Because the cat and dog are not telling him. Sorry, the cat is not telling him to murder these people.
But
he is.
the therapist also acknowledges that his mom had
Yeah,
issues.
and she also talked to angels, right?
Mhm.
Which, but then again, is that just him listening and hearing what he wants? Because in the truck,
Yeah, I don't
he's
know.
looking at the girl and she's an angel, right? And he makes that joke about Lucifer or
Her being
whatever.
from I answered it instantly when he said that. She was like, "What's the fourth one?" And she's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I looked at Carrick and I was like, "It's Lucifer." The answer is Lucifer.
Let's be real. If I'm in that situation and that somebody's, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, I would answer.
I wouldn't. I'd be
I
like,
would
what the fuck
answer.
are you talking about?
I would be like, "Oh, I see what you did. It was Lucifer." Also, they were having a good time up until then. Like, why would you think anything of it?
I guess you're right. Yeah. Okay. Touche.
It does suck. That deer kind of ruined everything.
Yeah,
it
well,
was going
well,
well. It was going well.
He ruined everything.
Well,
Let's
he
be
hit.
honest.
Yeah, he wasn't paying attention. He hit the deer, but like, had he not hit that deer, though, it was they were getting along. They
Hold
were
up.
joking around. They were going to get something to eat.
I'm gonna bring it back. Did that actually happen?
I mean, he didn't have a windshield, so. Where
Okay.
else
You're saying the
Go.
deer thing? The deer thing obviously happened.
Did it though? Like
Yes.
everything that we're seeing, we're led to believe that when he's off his meds, he sees the world completely differently.
I mean, I'm not suggesting that. I mean, we saw, but it shows us that it shows her turn into the angel and stuff. It showed us
Okay.
what he was viewing differently.
Right.
It showed us
But
the
still,
deer talking, which
he doesn't-
obviously wasn't true. I'm pretty sure he did hit the deer.
Who knows what could have happened?
And she
right?
freaked out.
And
runs
then okay,
out
so
of the truck.
when he accidentally falls on her and kills her, is that how he's remembering
I'm not sure.
it?
Yeah,
right?
that I'm not sure because then even the cat is like, that wasn't an accident. Blah,
Right.
blah, blah. And then he's like, oh my God, it wasn't an accident. I mean, the next
And the
7
cat
stabs.
is his voice.
Yes.
so.
Right.
The next 7 stabs definitely weren't
I'm sorry.
an accident.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it just I like movies like this that makes you think about things of how maybe
Could
we
it
didn't-
have been?
right.
Yeah.
I don't like a movie where at the end of it, depending on the movie, where at the end of it I go, okay, they laid everything out. That's how it all happened, and there's no
Nothing thought provoking. Nothing
right.
like.
If I watch a movie, I walk out of it and I don't think about it again. To me, even if it's like a masterpiece, it's not a good movie.
I will say that Nick Cage movie, then that definitely did that. I'm still thinking about it today. Like, because what the fuck?
Prisoners of the
Because of
Ghostland.
what they
That
thought.
stuck with me.
Yeah. Honestly, I haven't thought about it since we
Oh, it
wrapped.
stuck with me.
I forgot about it till
Yeah.
right now.
It stuck with me.
I mean, that's good for you. I mean,
My
you
my
left a
mom saw the
trailer. Oh, our little clip.
yeah, the little clip, and she was like, I don't know what that movie is.
And you just said you watched us.
and I said
describe it.
that is it. I said that's all you need to know is
What
what
the
you just
fuck?
watched. I said
the fuck?
we could not come up with other like reactions to this movie.
Yeah, no, because what the fuck?
Yeah.
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 Before we get too deep into this, speaking of other episodes, you can find those other episodes on our website or on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/thedecisionreel. Also, we're trying something out tonight. We're live on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/thedecisionreel. If you want to find us every Tuesday night, 5:30-ish Eastern Standard Time. We're going to try out some live shit. You can comment on whatever and talk
I wonder
about
if the
things.
link's working. I gotta check. I'm gonna check it.
He's going to check it. He's going to see if we're
'Cause I
actually
shared
up.
it
Right.
on my old.
Yeah, other people need to
Facebook.
chat with
Right.
us because all we have right now is someone trying to sell us like,
Do you want to?
you know,
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
followers.
Followers or
It's promotion of
well, yeah, of course. It probably just goes. It's a
Oh,
bot.
right there.
but
it's a
it
bot.
claims that it's incredibly
at that.
flexible and convenient.
That's good.
So.
Yeah. Throw
Maybe
some money
something
at
to
me
look
and
into.
I'll right. We'll do whatever. Throw some money and I'll give you fake numbers.
Yeah.
It's fine. This movie though is starring Ryan Reynolds as Jerry, Gemma Arterton. Is that how you say it? Arterton?
Gemma.
Gemma. I always thought it was Gemma because she's from
Oh, it's-
across the pond.
It's Gemma.
I've heard it both ways.
She actually
Gemma?
plays a character named Gemma in another movie too.
Well,
Like she
okay.
plays her.
I mean, good for her. We also got
Which is
Anna
interesting.
Kendrick as Lisa.
My girl.
Sorry, Gemma Arterton as Fiona. I didn't say that. Randy's girl as Lisa. Jackie Weaver as Dr. Warren. And Ella Smith as Allison.
I don't like her as a Lisa. I don't like
Lisa
it.
doesn't feel right.
I mean, she was barely in this movie, too, if you want to
Anna
be
Kendrick?
real. Yeah.
I wouldn't say barely. She
Well-
was in it more than Fiona, I feel like.
Was she, though? Think of the
Yeah.
heads.
She had a bigger
fridge.
scene than. Well, okay. Shouldn't
I
have
think
a
she
bigger
was
scene.
on. I feel like
You don't see anybody die but Fiona. Right?
no, you see Anna Kendrick die. She hits her head.
She's not
And then
dead.
her eyes start filling up with
Right,
blood, and
but-
then
and
they
then-
show him.
But they're not showing him stab
they're
her
not
or
sho-
kill her or
well,
anything.
to be fair, they didn't really show him do the other stabbings of Fiona either. They just showed him get up from her.
Well, no, he
and
falls
and
into
there's
it.
Blood.
I know. Wow.
He falls into it with the knife.
Running with a knife like that, dude.
Because he's,
Ryan.
Why
he's
did he-
not stable, bro.
Randall, why did he bring the knife?
Exactly. Because he wanted to do it
He
the
had it in
entire
his
time.
truck.
That's what the cat. No, that's what the cat said to him.
The knife was in the truck.
He said,
I
"Then
have a
why
knife
did
in
you?
my truck. I got
Why
two
did you
knives in my
bring the
truck."
knife? Is it that size?
That's what she said. No,
No.
no, it's
I
not.
used to have a big old Bowie knife that was like that big in my Camaro at the time. I kept it under my seat, just ready to go. I don't know what happened to that. I might have traded that car in with it
With
under
it?
the seat. You know? Whoops.
Someone's cleaning one day and was like, "Oh,
What is this? No, I mean,
it's
good
like
for
a
him.
mom."
I just got somebody in trouble.
The
That's
kid
what happened.
was like going through the car.
Where did you get that knife?
Maybe I murdered somebody.
He's
in-
wanted for
in-
murder.
Yeah, my fingerprints are all over
Fingerprints are
that.
on it.
What would be the statute for that? You know what I mean? Like, what if my fingerprints are on a knife that
Someone
I left in a
else
car
uses.
and then somebody kills somebody with it?
I mean,
Are those prints still there that long? How long do prints last?
Let's say I touched that knife on a Friday. I traded that car in on a Saturday. Somebody bought it on Monday. My fingerprints are on that.
Yeah.
And they kill somebody on a Tuesday.
Oh, that's what you're. I got you.
Right.
Okay. I thought you
Or
meant,
like I
now.
give Randy my knife because he needs to borrow something, or my gun if I have a gun. Hey, whatever. And then he brings it back to me. But
And
he done
uses,
right.
He uses
Sorry, guy.
gloves.
Right.
So your prints are the only ones on
Right.
it.
I'm not.
You better have an alibi.
Well, and that's the other thing too. If I have a solid alibi, obviously, whatever. But if I'm
But if you
chilling
were
at my
just
house
home?
by myself, who can verify that you were there?
Which most nights you are.
My dog?
So,
My dog. He can
Because
talk.
they're not going to
Oh, he
believe
can
your
talk.
wife.
No, they
oops,
won't.
probably not.
Of course, she'd say he was here,
One, they can't use your spouse like in court against you, anyways, legally.
unless she's
Unless
going
she's
the
against
opposite.
you,
Right? She's
obviously.
like, he wasn't home, motherfucker. I don't know where he was.
Where were you?
Off gallivanting up all the hours of the night.
You murdering son of a bitch.
We'll go find out. This movie's runtime. God, I need to learn how to talk.
It's okay.
Is 104 minutes.
I love that dog.
I think a little long. There was my guy, the karate guy. I think this movie's a little too long for me. I wish it was just a little shorter. I wanted like hour and a half, 90-minute runtime for this, because to me it felt like not an art house style movie, but just like a independent style film.
What could you have cut out
Yeah.
though?
I mean, there was a lot of bullshit in the beginning of nothing at the work, but I get that you're trying to set up for it. Maybe make it different. I don't know. I'm just saying that I just wanted the movie to be a little shorter is all
Okay.
I'm saying. Like I wanted to get in and get out quick with this, because the longer you stay in it, the less it's good. You know what I mean? Like I like the opening. And we're going to talk about Wally being super negative about this, saying that
I
this
can't
was
believe it, honestly.
the worst movie he's ever seen, probably because
On this podcast?
That's what he said.
That's what he said. Yeah.
Worse than the movie we just
even just
reviewed.
that's what I was gonna say.
And
Even
the past.
just like on the podcast specifically,
Look-
he didn't say worst movie he's ever seen. He said for
On the-
this
yeah.
podcast, and that
We've done
that,
some
even
bad
that's
ones.
not true.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
I'm
shit.
taking my Ryan Reynolds
We
glasses
watched
off here
Total
for a second.
Recall. I mean,
Better pump the brakes there. Total Recall, masterpiece. I'm gonna take my Ryan Reynolds glasses off here for a second. Okay,
and same like
sure. Is this movie a good movie without him in it?
I think he
I mean,
does.
it
I mean,
could've been.
obviously, I think he carries the role well, but I think you could have put. I don't think this isn't like Deadpool where like nobody else could have played that.
Yeah.
Somebody else could have played that. So I don't think the Ryan Reynolds factor really.
Well, I'm saying for me personally, I would never watch this movie if it wasn't a Ryan Reynolds movie, right? I'm sure you probably would be in the same thing. If that was like Patrick,
I would have
Patrick
watched
Bateman,
it, but I would have
fucking-
watched
of
it
course
for
I-
Anna Kendrick also. If you take out all like the names in this movie and just replace them with like nobodies, it probably wouldn't have come up on my radar.
Mm-hmm. Frankie Muniz is playing the.
Well, no, because has Frankie
might
Muniz does
actually. I kinda like
anything
Frankie.
since he was a child? That was
He
worth
is
watching?
racing
He's a
in
race car
NASCAR,
No,
and he plays the drums really
band.
fucking well.
I meant
Good
He's
for
got a
him.
family. He's doing good. He's
acting-wise.
doing good for himself.
I meant acting wise.
Shia
He's been
LaBeouf. If it was Shia LaBeouf,
Okay.
I would watch it.
Yeah, she would watch for
Yeah.
sure.
You like Shia?
Yeah, I do like Shia.
I like.
I think he's got some like
issues.
some
He's-
issues.
Oh, maybe he would have been perfect for this.
But
Oh, yeah.
I think
Oh my God.
he as an actor is amazing. Like I think he just goes into his roles and
Yeah,
he
he's
is
kind
like
of fucked up.
most
in
most
it.
people that are fucked up.
he's
like
a
that.
method. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a method. He throws himself for that movie Fury. He pulled his tooth out because he was supposed to be missing a tooth.
What a guy.
He literally, I mean,
Ed Helms did the same thing for The Hangover. Wait, no, he's always had that. Jim Carrey got his tooth cut for Dumb and
see,
Dumber.
that's crazy to me.
Did he really?
Because ouch. Also,
Well, he chipped it, but instead of fixing it, they made it bigger for the role, so it looked
and
stupid.
then they fit, and then
he
got
fixed
fixed.
it off after.
But like
so.
I think Shia, like even back like Holes, like
I
back
love
in his
Holes.
Holes days,
Yeah.
like he was solid.
bagging his holes.
I
No,
feel
he
like he
was.
was
Even
he's
Stevens-
always been a good actor.
I remember watching Even Stevens, and I was like, man, that kid reminds me of me as a child. And
He did
when
well.
was that? When we were like 12, you know?
Yeah, we were
Right.
we were middle school.
Yeah,
when that
something
was
like,
out.
well, maybe like 8th grade.
She
into
has a
ninth, yeah.
podcast. Christy Carlson Romano
Yeah.
has a podcast, and I think she's like our age.
I think you're right, yeah. And it's I've listened to one or two
So
episodes
maybe we were
or maybe
high
something.
No, we weren't high school, were we?
I think we were because I was
Maybe like
here.
early years high school.
I remember watching it Yeah, it was probably 9th, 10th grade.
I'm just gonna look it up.
Probably 2003.
Principal's office.
Probably a good idea.
It probably started 2003. That's my guess.
But I love Shia, so yeah, I would absolutely watch it. Shia.
Okay.
What was
you
the
seen-
The Peanut Butter Falcon movie was really good.
I heard, yeah, that was really
That was
good.
really good.
Never seen it.
I'm not going to watch that. I don't want to cry.
No.
I've done enough crying watching The
I will
Last of
say
Us.
I don't think that I cried.
Mm.
I could see where someone
Sure.
would,
Oh, gotcha.
but for some reason I did not. I
You did
think I
not.
got more. There were other emotions that I felt watching it.
Other emotions.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. No problem. This was released January 19th, 2014 at the Sundance Film Festival. Back-to-back movies that were debuted at the Sundance Film Festival.
Why did he look so much younger?
Because this was in
It was only 10 years ago.
2014.
It wasn't
Well,
even 10
okay.
years ago.
It could have
9
been.
years
It was
ago.
probably filmed in 2013,
So-
right? That's a
That
long
is,
time.
I mean,
That's
he
10
does.
years.
Does look like a baby. I feel like
Yeah.
in this.
Okay, but you got to think.
But he
Like,
in
he
also he
doesn't,
wasn't like as chiseled. He's done. He's gone through some shit. He's got 3 kids and a 4th one on the way. Like
well, and also
That's
life ages you, man.
you also age quicker after you turn 40. So he's probably getting the grays. And
2000 to 2003. So we were not in high school yet. Because we entered high school 2002. We started 9th grade 2002.
Hmm.
So it started when we were in middle school
Gotcha.
or
Damn,
junior
son.
high or depending on where you were.
Damn, son.
You guys are old.
Yeah, I know.
No, you're just a baby. Just a baby.
Too old.
Bye,
Too
bye. I didn't
old.
start high school until 2000.
Since when this movie came out?
9?
2009.
Yeah.
What a guy. We graduated 3 years before that.
Before you started high
Mhm.
school.
So you
Yeah.
basically almost just started middle school when we started high school.
Yeah.
Because what was middle school here? 5 through 8?
Middle?
Yeah.
6, 7, 8.
6,
Oh,
7, 8.
so you started middle school when we graduated.
Mm-hmm.
Young bastard.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8 is middle school, and then elementary is 1st through 5th.
See, where I grew up, it was kindergarten through 5th grade. Sorry, kindergarten through 4th grade, and then it was 5th, 6th, 7th, and then 8, 9, 10, 12, and if you wanted to, 13.
Oh, 8th was in high school, essentially.
But then it changed. It was weird. The school
That's
I was
weird.
in, my brother was in 4th grade, and I was in... No, sorry. I was moving to 4th grade, and my brother was moving to... No. He was moving to 5th grade. I was moving to another grade, so it was like he was moving to the new school
Yeah.
because he was getting out of it.
Yep.
But what happened was everybody went with him. So it then changed from kindergarten to like grade, I want to say 7 or 8.
So
It's wild.
Tiffany and I, like
Mhm.
the private schools
Right.
do kindergarten through 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole, there's not a separation of elementary school and middle school. It's all
Twister.
the same.
You want one?
Yes, I do.
You don't like that anymore?
Well, there's too much stuff.
You want
in it.
peach? What flavor you want? We got peach. And then half and half.
Give it a
as the
half and
next.
half. We're going to do a twister break. And by twisters, we
Bada-bing,
mean the
bada
twisted
boom.
tea. Bada boom, bada bing. Let the tea times roll.
Let the-
That's what it says. Anyways, the actual release date on this was February 6, 2015 for the U.S. So,
Oh my gosh, today is February 7th.
oh, wow.
So
Oh,
I watched
wow.
it yesterday. No, listen. So I watched it on the
Look at you. The
9th
actual-
anniversary.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
And I didn't even know that when I picked.
Oh my god.
For this week.
Here's the thing too, right? This movie released on January 19th, 2009.
That's
Sorry,
next week.
2014 at Sundance. Then its full release was February 6, 2015.
8 years. What did I say? 9 years?
I don't know.
8
No,
years.
I'm saying that's a year later.
Yes.
And they probably filmed it a year before that. So 3 years in between it being filmed to release. That's wild.
So he was younger than 10 years younger.
Probably. Well, we don't even know when it was
Yeah.
really,
Filmed.
filmed. It could have been even before that. I'm sure I could have looked that up, but
This thing had a bomb.
we'll find out.
I know.
I'm sure
Before
that
we get there, though, the top 10 that week, I need to get a button and we can do top 10 or something. Because I can do it in
something.
post, but I
Yeah.
can't do it live. We'll figure it
Top
out.
10.
We'll figure it out.
10.
Give me the tens. Number 10, The Boy Next Door. I'm looking at you. I figured you would know what that is.
The boy next door? I know what the girl next door is.
What up? I don't. What's that?
You've never seen that movie?
No.
You don't know what The Girl Next Door is?
That might be my next pick.
That's
Maybe-
on my
maybe.
list.
That's fine too.
Is it, don't say it. What's it about?
He dates a porn star. He's a high school student, but he
Doesn't know she's a porn star. She
At
moves in next
first,
door,
yeah.
and then we just
She's
ruined
the
movie.
girl
We
next
just ruined the
door.
movie
Yeah.
for you.
I'm
Is the juice worth the squeeze?
so good.
at number 9.
That movie's way long though, eh? Like
It is
it's-
a little lengthy. They could have
That
cut up
was
some of
very
that.
Canadian.
Sometimes it comes out.
But that's a good that's a good movie.
It is. Number 9, Black or White.
I don't know what that is either.
Am I supposed
We're looking
to?
at you. You're supposed to know all these movies, Randy, because you're so young.
Randy doesn't know
What
any
year
of
was
them.
this?
I mean,
This is 2015, February.
wait,
was-
black
I
or
was
white
like-
or black and white
Black or white.
or white,
You gotta say it white.
white.
I was doing Marine Corps stuff then. I didn't watch any movies.
Okay, sure. You get a
Carrick
pass.
always
I
uses
didn't
that
watch-
excuse
listen
in the
to music.
Navy. He's like, look, we only had so many movies on the ship. Like
We had in the Navy, then we had down Periscope, and that was it.
okay, so
and
I
then
typed
MASH
in
was
black
just
or
on.
white, and Michael Jackson came up. So
that
I
makes
should need to
sense.
specify
Movie. Black or White movie, 2015.
If I say black or white movie, it's gonna give me a list of black and white
Yeah.
movies, isn't it?
2015. No,
Black and white 2000. It says 2014, but
maybe I was wrong, and it was 2014.
oh, Kevin Costner,
Mm.
where his daughter dies.
Was she?
His granddaughter is mixed.
Oh, get it? Black or white?
So he is kind of taking care of his granddaughter, but the mom of the dad
sure.
or whatever wants to fight for custody because she's saying that she needs
Custody.
that culture, that influence to be taken care of. Her
She
because
needs
he
to be.
can't do it.
I get it. Black or white.
Yeah, that's the okay. Wow, I would not have occurred to me because I didn't realize that movie was that old.
Mm.
As soon as I saw the
Picture.
I knew what it was, but
The
I
movie
didn't realize
poster.
it was that old.
Good for Kevin Costner.
Wow.
Number 8, the Intimidation Game. The imitation game. Sorry, imitation game.
I haven't.
Look, I'm sorry, guys. I wrote it down wrong. Imitation.
I think I know what this one is.
I'm not
Imitation
supposed to
game.
have done this one.
Imitation.
You don't know
Yeah,
anything.
I don't.
We use it for intimidation.
Which is why we had an episode the other day for how have you not seen this?
Intimidation.
Thank you.
I got it. I was with you. Oh yeah.
But it's the Alka-Seltzer tabs.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
is this Benjamin Cumberbatch?
Benedict
Cumberbatch?
Cumberbatch.
Benjamin Cumberbatch.
Benjamin Brett.
Benedict Cumberbatch. It's about the codes. He creates that thing where it's like it like reads encryption, sends encryption.
Nope. Cool.
It's
Number
from-
7.
Yep.
The Wedding Ringer.
Seen that one.
I haven't
Definitely seen that
I
one.
haven't seen
Kevin
that.
Hart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good. Number 6. Paddington.
The bear.
The bear.
I heard Paddington 2 is honestly one of the best movies of all time.
I've never even seen I haven't watched the first
like
one.
and not like in a jest
It's the one where
way.
the bear goes to the city.
Yeah. Huh?
Okay.
It's apparently so good that it makes grown men cry.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch it because I don't
You know
want to
what?
like.
Let's find out. Let's crawl together, Steve.
So it's funny, and
Aw,
okay, we'll watch it. We'll do it. It'll be fine.
cute.
not tonight. I don't feel like crying tonight.
Maybe tomorrow.
Are there days that you do feel like it?
Okay, there's nothing wrong with a good cry.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's not.
Nothing wrong.
But to say that you feel like
Mm.
it is different to me.
I haven't cried in a while.
If I
I think
feel like
it's time.
It's due,
It's time.
Randy.
I mean,
you do.
I think that there are times where you need to get a good cry. Like there's stuff building up, and like it's only going to take that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't say that that's a want to cry.
I got you.
It's not a want to
My
cry.
brain, and I hate to go to this because it makes me feel old, is the Dane Cook joke where he's like, when you need a good cry and you come home and you got to
You
check
stare
if
at the
somebody's.
mirror.
Well, no, you got to check to make sure anybody's home first. Like,
I did my best.
hello, anybody there?
I remember
I
that.
did my fucking best. He used to be so funny.
I still listen to some stuff and here and there. Like Vicious Circle was great, which that's from.
Yeah.
Or,
I saw Vicious Circle like
That was
live.
the first.
No,
my brother and his wife went to see that. That's how cool my brother used to be. Now he's
what
No
was the
comment.
other one he had? Retaliation, Reputation.
Retaliation was one, and then the other one, Harmful as Swallowed. No,
I didn't see that.
That's fucking Sum 41, isn't it?
But Cassidy actually got me tickets to see
No, there's one
for
where
my
it's like
birthday.
it's a white. It's the first comedy record I ever bought, and I still have it.
Like record to record?
Well, look at CD, whatever.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well,
Sorry.
we're getting back into the record thing now.
We are, yeah,
gotta
yeah.
Specify.
Number 5, Project Almanac.
I don't know what that.
Project X, I've seen that.
Okay, sure. That
That's not this.
No,
That's
could
not
be,
that.
it could
But
in Randy's brain,
it's not.
Could be.
same,
Same.
Same.
but different. But still same.
Let's say.
Number 4, Seventh Son.
I don't know what that is either.
Nope.
This is a week.
Huh.
Don't give it to her. God damn it.
Top 3.
Rough around the edges. That's the one I went to.
Oh, okay.
That's the one I saw live. He was on the circle stage. in the
Yeah,
middle
he
of
did
the-
that with Vicious Circle and then that.
Yeah.
Like he just continued to do it. Yeah.
That's the one I saw
Circle.
live.
Vicious Circle.
Vicious Circle.
Ipso facto. Same.
Top 3 that week in no particular order. I'll give them to you, and you have to guess the order.
Voices, probably.
I forget every time.
SpongeBob, the SpongeBob movie,
No
in
wonder
its
this was
first
such a
week.
week.
Okay.
Jupiter,
fuck.
Jupiter Ascending,
Ascending
in its first
Channing
week.
Tatum, Mila Kunis.
American
Thank you, Christmas.
Sniper
Ooh.
in its 7th week.
The fact that it was still top
You
3.
need
Oh, that's no,
Yeah.
I don't. I can remember the movies.
okay. What do we? Oh, we're doing that for this, right? You're doing SpongeBob 2, Jupiter Ascending 3, and American Sniper number 1. Okay.
Why would you write it in that order like that?
I didn't. I put the ones.
He wrote-
I put the ones there.
No, he
just
put-
read it that way.
Yeah, he put them down and how I wrote,
He could have
read them.
easily
and then he.
read.
What I'm saying is they're not in. Oh, you wrote the movies
As the-
first
he
and
was
then put
saying
the
it, and then I put
numbers.
the numbers,
I
yeah.
see.
That's not. That's smart.
That's not. Right.
That's probably what I would do because I think
Yeah.
American Sniper was number 1 for a long time.
It was a good ass movie. That's why. I think we did that one. Didn't we do that one? We did that one. Yeah, we did.
I didn't
Steve
like it.
didn't like
I
it.
didn't like it.
I mean, I get that. I liked it, but I get why Steve didn't like it.
I like war movies. I like action
America.
movies, but it was just me.
I would, yeah, because Jupiter, yeah. I would say this. I would have said the same thing.
So it is number
again-
1, SpongeBob. Number
Bullshit.
2, American Sniper, and number
Fucking-
3, Jupiter
Fucking
Ascending.
SpongeBob.
Fucking with
That
his
son of a
pineapple
bitch.
under the damn sea.
I will say this: American Sniper was in its 7th week,
And it was
even though
still
it
up
was
there.
still big.
To be number 2, though.
I know.
It's
I
seven
should have
number
put. I
two.
should have put an account for that. I know.
You got to think SpongeBob is fucking huge, bro.
I know.
Every kid under the sea when
Yeah.
he saw that,
I want to know how much I made.
a lot, probably.
It had.
Was
I
that
don't
the
know.
first?
It
Was that
had
the
to.
first SpongeBob movie?
I believe
Like
so.
the-
Yeah,
The big one?
I don't
No.
remember. I don't remember what it.
No, because the first one
actual
came out
name.
when I was in school.
Well, this was in school for you. I mean, this
I
was
was in the
it
Marine Corps
wasn't.
during this.
It
Okay,
wasn't.
whatever.
Definitely not in school.
I thought you were young. I'm sorry.
Well.
SpongeBob's weird.
What's next?
Budget time. What do we think it costs to make this movie? I also guessed this too, so I can put my
Steve, go first.
Steve go first.
You
Why?
never go
Because you're
first
gonna.
because you don't ever. And I'm definitely piggybacking off you.
Okay, so I guessed $15 million to make. I was thinking the time period. Okay, Ryan Reynolds wasn't huge, but he wasn't a nobody, so he had to at least $1 million. There's some CGI in here. There's some set pieces. Gemma Arterton was kind of big at this time. I was thinking 15,
25.
25.
I was gonna say 20. So
15, 20, 25.
Look, we're right in the ballpark. The actual budget, $11 million.
Damn.
Ew.
I knew it should have been 5.
A lot cheaper than I thought, but I mean
Yeah.
it's still not.
There's not a
bad.
lot. I
There isn't
mean-
much going on besides Ryan
Some of that,
stabbing people.
right? Some of that CGI on the
Cutting
dog,
off
I was like,
heads.
oof, that doesn't look
I
good.
love that dog.
I
When
will
the cat
say,
said he got hit by a minivan, I was really sad. But then they said the pets were fine, so I was like, okay.
the fake heads look pretty good
It wasn't bad.
because he was picking them up at times, and you can't
Yeah.
fake that.
I was
that
wa-
way.
I,
Yeah.
every time I see this movie because I have seen it more than once.
Mm.
Every time I'm watching them in the fridge, and I'm like, how did they do? Like,
yeah,
it,
I thought
it
the same
looks
thing.
so good.
So there's two ways to do what they did,
Mhm.
right? Obviously, the person's head that's in there, they're either in the fridge and there's just a green screen in front of it, and their head's poking through a hole, right?
But then when they have multiple people,
Hold on. You can still do it in the same shot where you put a head here and a head here, where only one person is in each of those shots, and you just put the shot behind that person. or they're both in there together, fucking whatever, and then both their heads are in there. You green screen out the bottom. Obviously, with the other person's head at the end, you're just adding that afterwards, right? So I think it's probably both of them, because of the budget, both of them in there fucking together, fucking squished together
That's
with their heads in
crazy,
there.
though.
Now, again, they don't need to be in the fridge, right? You just need the
and like the neck,
look of the
the
fridge.
neck like barely moves, like down
They
at the
did
base.
good.
Well, hold on. They
They
could
did
put
good.
an appliance here, right?
Well,
to make
yeah.
it a little bit bigger to where it looks like it's a stump. And then that way it does sit,
Yeah.
on that. The one thing I do want to say is,
Crazy.
again, maybe this is just his brain seeing things. Heads are not going to fucking just stay perfectly up and down. You know what I mean?
Unless he cuts it fucking
No.
dead nuts.
No, but
No,
even
it could.
when he showed,
Heads are heavy.
You don't know.
Necks
How do
are
you know?
not.
How do you know? Yeah. What's
I'm
up,
not-
Steve? What
I'm
you
not-
gotta say?
I-
What you gotta say? Nothing.
oh, this is
Necks
what
are flimsy, bro. Heads are big bowling
you sure
balls.
you left that knife in the car?
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
where's it at?
I haven't caught yet.
Yeah. You were gonna say something? No. Okay. Cool.
No, I was gonna say that even when they show him when he's on the meds
Yeah.
and she's all gross, her head is still sitting like
Perfect.
straight up on
Yeah.
the neck.
So that's why I said that. I was like, but it shows that too. So I was like, okay, it's decomposing. It doesn't really show like
I
how
really
long
wanted
it's been.
them to show her again.
I did too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as it's been longer.
I'm not gonna lie. When Anna Kendrick started going in, I was like, "Oh shit!" It actually got me. Like watching, I felt it.
You
I
felt her
felt for
going
Ryan.
in,
I was
seeing,
like,
and
oh,
you were like,
God.
no. And
Don't
he's
walk
up
in
there
there.
watching
Oh,
her.
yeah,
like,
Yeah, I was like, "Holy shit, he's fucked." I felt it. They did good on that. They did good on that one scene, but
I
the
don't.
rest.
I didn't
Well,
know.
and she did well too, like
Yeah.
acting like, oh God. And,
Yeah.
and then she tried the other route where she was like, it's okay. You know, it's
Psych.
it's fine.
You did.
Again, everything that happens in this movie is because of her. She didn't need to go to his house.
Nope.
You know what I
She
mean?
went to surprise him with like a whoopie pie.
Right.
But he was going through the skyline.
Also, maybe you should ask him first for
Oh, I
his
agree.
address.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the lady says.
I know.
Oh,
Because
just
she wanted to
surprise him.
surprise him.
technically illegal.
Technically,
Oh, what
her
she
right,
did,
but
what,
address.
what she did was absolutely
Yeah.
illegal.
Oh, for sure.
You can't share payroll information with another employee. You can't.
That's a good thing she died.
They all died.
You know what? Fuck her. Yeah.
They all fucking died. All right. Box office. What do we think it made overall in its run? I'm gonna put this back on. Should I?
Overall,
I guessed. Do you want me
Okay,
to
yeah,
go
you
for
go
Okay,
first.
so my guess was like 15 to 18 million. I thought it would have made.
So you said 15 for budget, so you
Right.
thought
Oh, I thought-
maybe break even.
Was this?
yeah.
I might have missed it. Was this on the top 10?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
I
wanted to make sure I didn't.
No,
not
it was
hear
That's
not.
that's why
Okay.
that's why we changed this up, right? We're
Yeah.
doing the top 10 first because then it kind of cues you in a little bit
Yeah.
better,
Yeah.
just to help you out.
It only
I
cost,
fucked that song up. I'm sorry. That's on
only
me.
cost five. Yeah. Now we're answering in silence.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't even-
11 million is what it cost to make.
There we go.
What do we think it made?
21.
21, he
Yeah.
says. Okay.
So you think they made like 10?
Not
essentially,
much.
on top.
Definitely not much.
I was gonna say 20.
20.
So,
Opening weekend. There are no numbers for it.
Okay.
Overall, it made
okay.
$2.2 million.
Oh no.
Oh, dude.
Do I have
Oh
my...
no.
Wah, wah,
Oh,
wah.
I don't have it anymore.
Wah, wah, wah.
Remember it kept going off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I need to call Road back and be like, hey,
What the fuck?
why is your shit just turning on?
It
Give me a
doesn't
new
like
one.
this.
We would just be sitting here and all of a sudden you hear it like
Mhm.
in the living room. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He didn't like what you were saying.
It didn't. It didn't. Rotten Tomatoes time. The Roddy Cheese, the tomatometer. What do we think critics and audience gave this out of 100%? We're going to go critics first. I also guessed for this. I'm keeping it on my notes now so I remember to do it before I even look at it. Do you want me to go again?
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess critics, 45%.
Okay.
I'm going to let you guys do critics and then we'll
Oh.
get to the audience.
58.
58.
So this was
She's cheating.
No, I'm not cheating. How would I be cheating? I would have gone first if you had asked me to.
I'm just messing with you.
Here's the thing.
Mhm.
I would have said, had we not done the movie we did last week,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I would have said audience higher than critics for this movie. which is what I did last week for that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm confused because last week
You're
the
right.
critics
You're right.
liked that fucking garbage.
You're right.
And the audience did not. So now I'm starting to think movies like this that are like a little weird,
Mm-hmm.
the critics like it because they're putting more
Thought
into it.
Yeah. Or it's different.
And the audience is going to be like Wally, who's like,
The
Fuck is right? What is this? Right.
God.
I think you have a very good grasp on Rotten Tomatoes right now, because think about it. How many movies do critics watch? Right.
Yeah.
If it's their job, they're watching everything. Not everything, but
But they're
pretty much
putting that- but
most
they're
stuff.
like-
right.
Yeah, they're watching it with the intent to critique it.
Exactly. So when you're seeing how many movies that have the same plot, the same, story beats and stuff like that, you're just going to be like, I've seen this.
Yep.
Do something different.
Wasn't
and the minute,
original.
right.
Wasn't like.
And then they see Prisoners of the Ghostland and they go, this shit's wild, bro. This is so different. 80%.
I haven't seen anything like this in my
Right.
life.
Yeah.
Great
I
movie.
get that. Okay.
So,
But it wasn't good. No.
so having said that, I'm going to stick by that thought. And I don't know how much higher than audience, but I'm going to say I think critics was higher than the audience. So I'm going to put critics at like
Something.
65.
65.
Okay.
Critics. 75.
Damn.
That was higher than I expected.
Damn,
Me
son.
too. I said 45.
But like props.
I guess. This movie's not a bad movie.
It's not a bad
but it's
movie.
not
No.
a good
No.
movie,
But
right?
but I think one of the reasons it's not a good movie is because they didn't put much into it. It was very surface
Sure,
level,
yeah.
like cinematically.
Yeah, not a lot happens.
Yeah.
for sure.
But I
There's no
think-
big set pieces.
But I think the underlying stuff is, to me, what makes the movie.
Oh, I agree.
Like
I think
the
there's
mental health
yeah,
stuff.
I think there's a good
how
message
he's
here.
going into that therapist office after doing what he's
Oh, yeah,
done,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he's honest with her. Even like, I fucked up, and I don't want to be this person. And he knows, he's got to know on some level that he can't just be confessing to killing people. But then as soon as she reacts, he's like, "Oh God, what have I done?" Like,
Well,
I
first
think
thing you do
I think
is
they
a,
did a good job of demonstrating,
Mhm.
like, how someone's brain in these situations would
I agree.
function.
I definitely agree. Now, the one thing I will say is, if I was a mental health physician, I would not have the only reliability to get out to
My-
somebody a fucking BlackBerry that I need to like.
Type
You gotta
on.
go.
You
I'm
gotta
gonna
have like
have-
a buzzer.
I
or
would have a
something.
panic button, and
Yeah.
I would have number one a receptionist who's outside of my door. That the minute I scream,
Yeah, because no one buzzed him
911.
in.
Yeah.
He walked right in. She was not busy. She could have
Right.
been in with somebody else.
so
Nobody
guess-
was in the building to watch her
Also, did
get
you
dragged
catch
out.
when she's doing that thing when she's taped up and she's like, "Oh, I have all these thoughts," and she says, "You can do better than a government job." I first went, "That's a government job." Like that's a government position that she's working.
well, no.
She is court ordered.
Right, yeah,
she is
that's what I
court
was gonna
ordered,
say.
but it in Milton, wherever the fuck they are, and
Well, maybe that's the thing. They put him in it. Well, no, because he was from there, so never mind. I was going to say maybe they put him there because it's a small
yeah,
town
he said
away from
they
people.
came there from Berlin.
Oh no, you're right.
Mhm.
So maybe
Mm-hmm.
you're something. Okay, all right. I mean, that's. We're getting deeper here.
Yeah.
How long was he
Right.
going like doing this?
institutionalized
Yeah.
or where? Because they have set.
And the guy
He
at
was
his
incarcerated.
the guy
right?
at his job talks to him like he's new to that job.
Right.
But so what was he locked up that whole time?
Who knows? Or is he going from place to place to place, and this is happening, but they're not finding out? He's just saying, "Hey, I'm hearing these
You're like,
voices."
has he
again."
killed
No,
before,
he got
like-
institutionalized when he was a kid.
He did, but like they don't
I'm
say
sure
for
he
how
was
long.
fucking
They don't say
sucked.
for
But they
how
said
long.
he was incarcerated too, though. At one point.
Yeah, they
That's
wouldn't.
different
they
than
wouldn't
being-
incarcerate that kid.
Yeah.
Right. Or he even said, "I don't want to go back to
So
whatever."
it was probably his first job. Being out.
They just don't touch on it though. But he must have been out for a decent amount because he was taking his pills. He
Right,
says that he
right.
stopped taking them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So
There's
keep
more to
taking your
this. There's
pills.
more to this.
Also,
Just keep taking
one
pills.
part that no, we're gonna save it to the what the fuck. Never mind. I'm gonna save it to the what the fuck. Audience score then. What do we think out of 100% the audience gave it?
58.
Okay. I
Yeah,
was
the
gonna go
75.
first.
sorry, I'm
the
taking it.
75 surprised me. I mean, I still think that it's lower than
Yeah.
the critics, but I would say
Dude, watch me like a 90. I
there's no
swear to
way.
God.
There's no way. I think
always no way.
audience. What did you fit? 57.
58.
Oh, 58. I'm gonna say.
Did you say 58?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm gonna say.
Did I?
I thought you said 57, but
did
I don't.
too.
I don't know.
You know what? 57.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna
fine.
say 58. I'm gonna say 50.
50.
I'm gonna say 50.
I said 50 as well. I figured
Okay.
like, okay, it's right
This
in the
is
middle.
right in the yeah.
It's not
I think
amazing.
most
it's not
people are gonna watch
bad.
it and they're gonna go.
This
I don't
motherfucker
care.
made 81, didn't it?
I don't care.
Audience score, 57.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Boy!
If you have, we're gonna rewatch this back, and we're gonna hate ourselves because he said 58, and we're
Probably
gonna be
did.
like,
Yeah.
"Damn it, we gave it to
But
him."
fuck
Yeah.
it, I won.
Hey, whatever.
Cut that out where
Yeah.
where he.
I
goes
still
back.
would have won regardless.
True.
Well, yeah, you would have been close.
Yeah.
IMDb score.
Six.
I don't like that.
6.6.
That went on way
6.6
too long.
is
That went on way too long.
way too long. Yeah, sure. I guess we're guessing. I didn't guess, but you can guess.
You want to guess? I guess.
Out of 10.
I don't really care.
All right, fuck it.
6.
6. It's a 6.3.
Damn.
Oh, was in
Close.
between ours. Would you say 6.6?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. Anyways, it's your turn to pull one. of
I know.
these if you
I've
want
been
to.
waiting.
Okay.
But,
All right. No, you do when you. I just
You
want to
got-
make sure you
You got
got.
booze in there?
No, but I don't answer.
Yeah, she doesn't. It's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
So this is gonna be the new rule.
You're right.
If we get it wrong, whatever we're drinking, we finish.
Okay.
What?
All
That's
that's gonna do is that's gonna make me want to drink so much faster on the front end because I'm such a slow drinker that I swear by the time the card is pulled, there's still gonna be like this much in my drink.
Well, then you bring a second drink that's smaller, and that's the one you just. I'm gonna get wrong and chug it. I don't know.
Just bring a bunch of those shots that we had.
Bring a shot
Not
that you
that
like.
one. I would
Wait, not
never
that
bring
one.
that.
No,
That
You know
was
what?
The hunch
terrible.
punch.
That shit was rough.
Yeah, that was pretty
There's
bad. That was
so
pretty
much
bad.
better flavors out there than that.
Who was your favorite character in this movie, Randy?
I fucking always do this.
I thought you had a cheat sheet.
I did, but I just didn't.
We
I'm
should.
gonna go Anna Kendrick.
Okay, why? You got to have reasons.
I know.
You can't
Anna
just say
Kendrick. I
'cause
love
it's-
Anna
'cause you
Kendrick.
love Anna
And
Kendrick.
and when they were in the restaurant, when they were all sitting together,
Mm-hmm.
she willingly just gave the fucking ride over to Fiona.
Oh,
And I was like, you know
okay,
what? Fuck
all right.
it. Good for you. Just take her home.
So you're
And
saying
that's
she's
who
a
you
team
wanna be.
player?
Yes.
Like,
She's a team.
I don't see it as a
player.
team player. I see that as you're fucking weak. Like you want to go for it.
Okay.
Suck it up. Sit down. Sit on that dick.
Yeah, is that how you got Carrick? The boyfriend.
Yeah.
So I mean, I look at it. Hold on. I look at it both ways because, like, at
Did you say sit
first
down on the-
Yeah. I did.
she did.
Sorry.
She said, "Sit down
Did.
on it,
Did.
twist it." I look at it
Stop
two
it.
ways. Hold on.
Flip it.
What we talked about earlier, where they all see her as like the alpha in the office,
Yeah.
right? Which is a 3-person office, whatever,
Yeah.
small little place. So I feel like that's her kind of bending to the
Yeah,
will of
I don't
her.
think she was being nice. I think it was
Right.
okay, all right.
Right.
Well, that's
Well,
'cause obviously
I think
she's better than me.
Well, no, I
so-
think she could tell Ryan. Sorry, what's it? Jerry. Everybody says Jerry.
Jerry.
I think she saw like, oh, okay, he likes her. Obviously, that's fine. Do whatever. And she's a nice person, so she was just like, fine.
too
And
nice.
exactly that's her fatal flaw is she's just too nice. And then she does give her backstory of just being, fresh off
with
of
her ex, her divorce.
her divorce.
yeah.
So I feel
And
like
she said, I agreed to everything. It was quick because I just gave them everything. The house, the
right.
cars.
So she was being vulnerable to him and like trying to open up to somebody, and this is why you don't do that because you don't know who the fuck is on the opposite side of that.
I think there are times to be vulnerable, and I think that's great. I think you shouldn't be like brick wall, but
Well, you need to know that
Like,
person.
don't just jump right in. Don't just like jump right in being like,
Especially the weird guy who barely says anything and is
Yeah.
super awkward. Just because he looks like Ryan Reynolds doesn't mean he ain't gonna fucking kill you.
let him.
I mean, hey,
I'm just
you guys
kidding.
do you. If that's what you,
I'm
if that's how
just
you want to go
kidding.
out,
I don't have that blanket for no reason.
You're right. We should have that blanket hanging up behind you, though. Especially
Oh
for this
my
episode, we should have done it.
Watching over
Put
us.
it
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah,
so
should've.
we can just
Angel Ryan.
For
There he is.
Christmas, I
his
got
head, his face would be like cut
Perfect.
in the middle.
doesn't matter. For Christmas, I got Randy a Ryan Reynolds blanket of a beautiful picture of him just on this nice furry blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have prefaced everything with this
no,
episode
it's
tonight
fine.
with that, but it's all good.
That's
It's
cool.
all good. It's all good. Tara, who was your favorite character?
So I'm gonna say Ryan Reynolds, but not because it's Ryan Reynolds. I thought he did a really good job. Like all the emotion that he would like when his eyes would like get all red and like
Yep, yep.
he did a good job
I agree.
with all of his emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Like his very like uneasy, awkward, like, no, like don't like, being don't scream, don't yell, I don't want to hurt you, like not knowing what to do with himself. Then like when he does hurt them, being like, oh God, like
Yeah.
Oopsies.
but those instinctual, like grabbing her, throwing her on the, like she goes to get up and run, but his instinct is just to grab her and throw her back down. Same with Fiona. His instinct is to chase her and then, oops, fuck.
Oops.
Sorry.
Same with the chick that comes. They didn't really show her death, but the chick that comes looking for Anna Kendrick,
Hi.
he just is like, well,
What are we gonna do here?
You're dead.
He
Yeah.
just like finishes his cereal that was, I guess, still in
It
his
was
mouth.
still
Yeah.
dripping
Yeah.
down from his chin. I was
but
like,
then
ew.
especially like when he goes to the therapist's office after he kills them, that whole like, that's very very talented.
No.
That whole,
You need to know how much is left to do it. It's a magic trick.
plus you're just dented. It's not really like the equilibrium's not right. Yeah. But his whole
You need about that much.
like scene in the therapist, not even in her office, but after he takes her out to the field, like his like emotions that he's showing, like the shakiness of it, but the intensity of it, the crying, like I just thought he did a really good job. And even before it got really bad, he did a good job of being very awkward.
You're right.
and
You're right. He was super awkward.
Trying to be smooth.
but
And
got-
if he
yeah.
was a different person, maybe would have come off as smooth, but instead came off as like,
Yeah, I thought
What do you-
the part
weirdo.
what do you
the
say?
part when the deer actually goes through the window, and he's just like, "Well, I got to do it," even though the fucking deer's like, "Kill me, this fucking sucks." Like,
Yeah, like he absolutely could have pulled it
yeah,
out first
Instead of
and
doing
stuff
it right there, yeah.
instead of spraying her.
Well, then again, that looked like a big ass deer.
It did. It
He
had
probably
antlers
wasn't
and
pulling that
everything.
bitch out.
It
Well,
had some
he had
points.
to have pulled it out at some point.
Well, he even said he put it on the side of the road to the cop. He's
Yeah,
like,
he
"I'm
said he
sorry,
left
was
it,
that? I
yeah.
shouldn't have done that. I'm
yeah,
sorry."
he probably
you
should
know.
have pulled it out.
He's like,
It's a
"Oh,
good
I
meat,
didn't even
you
think
know.
I
of-"
was pulled
But
out.
even that, like, oh, I just didn't. He thought that was wrong that he left it there. He was like, "Oh God, I sorry, I didn't." He's like, "No, you."
What are you supposed to do?
Apologize for
Right? Yeah. You hit a fucking deer.
like
In
that.
reality, there's a fucking body in the back.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly. The
Yeah.
whole time.
Right. So it
So
worked
yeah,
out.
I really, and I liked him as the cat and dog as well. Like I thought. So him in general.
Gotcha. So
Because-
it was Ryan Reynolds. Yeah,
Yes,
my
but not
favorite.
because it's Ryan
Okay,
Reynolds.
okay. I agree with you. I
Not
think
because
Ryan
it's Ryan
Reynolds did
Reynolds.
very well in this movie,
Yes.
and that's why I did bring up that point earlier of, does this movie succeed without him, or is it a good movie without him? I don't think
Which-
it really is. I think it's a good premise, but I think Ryan Reynolds elevates it and makes it better.
And I guess that's what I meant earlier. Is I wasn't saying that somebody couldn't do that.
Right,
Like you could. There are other actors that can
for sure.
put that emotion forward and
Mhm.
still accomplish the same thing.
Paul Rubens in this role would have been amazing. Pee Wee Herman.
I understand.
Okay,
Thank you.
yeah. For the youngin' here, imagine though.
But
Oh
like
my
I
God,
do-
hold on.
This is
He
it
is
would have
Pee Wee,
been-
but in
okay.
this movie,
and his
right,
goes a little like
right.
awry.
I'd watch it. Sign me up.
Is he still alive? He's still alive, right? What's he doing?
What's he doing?
Just
Nobody knows what
hanging
he's
out.
doing.
Nobody, I never
Jared knows what he's
know
doing
what he's doing.
What's he doing back there?
doing?
He's probably just getting arrested again for beating off in a movie theater. But he was in an adult movie theater.
But he was on a kids show. It's just weird though. like,
I mean, adults are
obviously-
adults, man.
obviously
Like
those people
Steve from
still
Blues.
do
I was gonna
that.
say Steve from Blues Clues is in the back doing stuff too. He's got a
Oh,
wife.
Steve.
He's doing stuff.
He's here
to
for
her.
us now.
He is.
He's
here
back
for
He's
for
us.
us.
here for
He
us.
took a sabbatical.
And now
He
he's
did,
here
but
for
he's
us.
back.
I'm gonna say
He
this.
never left.
Did you watch Blues Clues growing up?
Yeah.
See, I was
We
too
were
old.
too old,
yeah.
but I had a sister, so like
nope,
she
not
had
me.
it on. Like we would have it on when she was.
Not
I
me.
watched it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I'm sure when he came back in that video,
I
you're
was
like,
like, "What's up, Steve?
Mail
It's been a minute,
call."
bud. Oh my god, good to see you."
I liked the
Down
salt and
this
pepper,
fucking-
and then eventually they had a baby, and it was paprika.
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know what really fucked me up when I found out that paprika,
Paprika is not
Paprika.
pepper and salt.
it's literally just like pepper shavings.
It's not. Yes, but it's not pepper.
Or is
Like
it
that
cilantro
show had
shavings
me
or something?
thinking when I was younger that
Paprika. There, I
paprika
said
was
it.
pepper and salt.
Paprika.
Like because
I got it.
it was the baby
Sorry,
of
I'm
pepper
hard.
and salt.
I don't know how to speak.
Is it paprika?
Paprika.
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 Pep.
Paprika. Okay, I
like
wanted to make sure.
pepper.
I wanted to make sure I
Gotcha.
was right, and
It's
Steve was still
paprika.
saying pup.
It's not paprika.
Look, okay, growing up,
Maybe it's paprika.
growing up
A.
in the old Canada,
or paprika with a.
It's PAP.
growing up in the old Canada, my dad would make these things called killicukes. So cucumbers in vinegar, like
It
chopped
is-
up,
You're right.
chopped
it's
up
A.
vinegar. Sorry, chopped up cucumbers, like really thin, in vinegar with paprika and onions, and they were called the
Did you see
killicukes.
how fast he said it that time? Because he didn't want us to know how he said it.
Paprika.
Paprika.
So he made
Paprika.
pickles. He made spicy pickles.
No, because they weren't brined
Yeah.
cucumber,
They can't be pickles unless they're like.
pickled.
Yeah.
In pickle juice.
I don't eat pickles. I don't know how it works.
You're weird, bro. Pickles are amazing. You're missing
I mean, I
out.
not put them on Sammy's.
See,
Okay.
But
I'm
I'm not
opposite.
gonna-
I don't want them on my Sammys or on my burgers, but I'll
Oh.
eat like a fried pickle or like the
You don't
like
put
the
'em on sandwich
crunchy
either?
pickles.
Well, no,
that
I do. I love
okay.
pickles on everything.
I don't want them on
if
my
I-
sandwiches.
If I'm having a hamburglar and it's not pickled up,
It better be pickled up.
get
And
out.
it better not be two little tiny little baby
Neither-
ones on there
No,
either.
listen.
I don't want big ones with the seeds though either.
No,
It's got to be a
just give
perfect,
me-
perfect coin-sized loony. You guys don't
Neither
know what
Carrick
that is.
or
Loony for the Canadians.
myself eat our burgers with pickles on them.
Yeah, guess what? You're fucking up.
But he
that one of
eats
your dollars?
sandwiches.
Yes, $1 is a loony.
Yeah.
Loony
He will
size.
eat a
I got one
sandwich
upstairs. I'll show it to you.
with the bread and butter pickles
Yeah, that's fine.
on his sandwiches, but he doesn't want pickles on his burgers.
Yeah, well, he doesn't.
I don't want them on anything.
I want them on everything. I fucking love pickles. Get those little baby gherkins and just fucking.
Ew.
No, I don't want them. But I love
Pickles are great, bro. You're missing
pickled
out.
chips,
Mm-hmm.
and I love pickle shots
Ooh, okay. I try
with
that.
pickle juice and
I'll
vodka.
just
Pickle
give me-
juice and vodka. You don't even taste the vodka. It's just like, oh, so good.
Back in
tequila.
Canada, they did it for a limited run, but Doritos had a pickled Dorito, and it was amazing. It was amazing.
You have to get, if you're going to get pickled chips, though, you have to get the Lay's. You can't get the dill pickle Utz because they're just not,
Yeah.
they're not
Well,
as
hold
good.
on. Utz makes a pickle. It's it's either toasted or roasted something dill pickle. It's really good,
Maybe that. But
and it's rough.
But like the regular dill pickle ones, I didn't like.
yeah, they're not good. No,
The Utz
it's got to be
ones.
the
but
roughs.
the Lay's
Mhm.
pickle chips, I love.
Dill
Those are dill
picklers.
pickles.
My favorite character in this movie is the dog. I know it's Ryan
I
Reynolds still,
love him.
but I love the dog.
What's his
Everything he
name,
has
Boris?
to say. I don't even
Something
remember.
like
Something,
that.
something like that. But
The cat was Mr. Whiskerson. Or
Mr.
something.
Whiskers, and was an asshole. The
I can
dog,
look up the movie now, right?
Yeah, you're,
There's nothing hidden now.
right. But the dog itself was just great. Just like, hey, let's go outside. What are we doing here? Hey, man, I don't think you should do that.
I got your
He-
back, man. I got
right,
your back.
right. I'll take one for you.
Yeah. I'll take a bullet for you.
Like that is a dog, man. Like I
know.
have you seen Gremlins 2 before?
Bosco.
Bosco, have you seen Gremlins 2?
Yes. Yeah.
You know the brain gremlin that has like the very like Sean Connery voice?
Yeah.
That's how I imagine most dogs in my brain talking. But then this dog started talking and I was like, wait, I'm
No,
wrong.
that's what it is.
That's what it is.
That's
They're
what
just,
it
hey
is.
man, what are you doing? What are you doing here?
I loved Bosco. I
like
also,
that's dogs.
I also love at the end where he's like, earlier when you asked and I said that I thought you were a good boy.
I changed my mind.
I would like to change. I would like to change my stance on that.
Right.
And then just walks away.
That's a dog. I like it. Perfect. Do we have a favorite part or scene in this movie?
There's a lot of good.
Tara can go first.
So I'll say again, my favorite
I got it.
act.
Sorry.
like to go?
Oops, my bad.
My favorite, as far as like acting goes, is gonna be that whole from the time he walks into the therapist's office to the time he takes her back to the apartment. Like
Okay,
that
yeah, I
whole
agree
out
with
in the
that.
field. That as far as acting wise and everything, that was the most intense scene to me.
Yeah.
But if I'm just going strictly favorite, I love almost every scene where the dog and cat are just like bickering about it.
You bastard.
I love and the cat is. I mean, the cat's being real with him. He's just like, dude, this is what. I mean, you felt good, right?
Right.
You are a bad person. Like this is just this is what it is.
This is real life, bro.
But then the dog is just like, I love you.
That's a dog.
I still love you anyway.
I love dogs.
What do you got?
Cats suck.
Yeah, they do.
My cat is
It's the
awesome.
shortest part. We already talked about it when he was finishing his fucking cereal and the lady walked up the door.
It is funny.
He said hi, whatever her name was. And
Yeah.
the next thing you know,
Her
Chopping.
head's in the fridge,
chopping.
and they just open the fridge and 3 heads in there.
When he
Yeah.
is first eating the cereal and he's got the head sitting on
And
the
he
counter.
feeds her a bite.
And he feeds her, and she's like, "Ow, ow," like like going to bite his finger.
I'm assuming like making this movie was
It's
probably
just
fun.
these small things that like
about that.
like she didn't need to like why? Who thought to do that? Did she just think to do that? And they were like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Keep it in.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah, I do like her as an actress. A lot of the stuff she's been in, she's always been really good.
She was in Prince of
Persia, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
yep.
Which I'm not going to watch that because the video games are so much better and they whitewash the fuck out of that, but that's fine.
Good old Jake.
I know, right? Look, we need an Arabian guy. I know who can do it. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Just give him a tan. It'll be fine.
Give us the scarf back.
Give us. It's fine.
Give us the scarf back. And
No,
then go back
she
to
was
business.
great. I kind of like him. One of my favorite parts is when he accidentally kills her. Again, did he accidentally
in
do
the
that?
her
Because he like falls on her and then with the knife, oh shit, my bad, and then went, well, I just killed the deer. I just kind of put out of my
Let's
misery.
keep going.
Let's just, she sells it well too. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh my god, that blood just like coming out of her mouth and she's like
I don't know if
gargling
I
it
could do
essentially.
that as like an
Ugh.
actor. I don't know if I could put a blood like packet or whatever.
I don't think it was real
whatever it's
blood.
called.
I'll give you
Well, yeah.
$500,000 to be in this movie.
All right,
Here's a
I'll do it.
blood packet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Who are you
Well,
kidding? You would have done.
not
You would do
whatever
it
you
for.
want.
You would do it for exposure.
Acting.
You wouldn't even do it for money. Come on.
Come
If
on.
someone was like, "We'll put
If
you
Ryan
in this
Reynolds
movie,"
is in the movie, I'll be like, all right, let's
yeah,
do it.
right.
That's cool.
All right, let's go deeper. In the TV show The Last of Us, which you haven't watched yet, which is fine. You've seen the...
Yeah, all of them.
Okay, Nick, you know who Nick Offerman is
I'm up
because
to
you've
date.
watched Parks and Rec, right? He plays Duke Silver,
Oh, fucking Ron Swanson.
Ron
Yeah.
Swanson.
Mhm.
So he plays a gay guy,
I know.
in an
I've
episode,
heard. I've heard.
right? And they don't chintz around anything. They're not making out, but they're...
I thought they did it really tastefully, though.
I agree.
It wasn't like outrageous.
Right, obviously, but they're kissing and necking and shirtless in bed together,
And necking.
If I said to you, hey, man, you want to be in this TV show, you got to play a gay guy.
You gotta
You
kiss
gonna
a
do
guy.
it?
How much money am I getting though?
hold
It's not
You
on.
haven't
really.
even
Hold on.
like kissed one of your friends just joking around.
It's not. It's not really being
Women's
gay
different.
and
No, I
It's
don't.
acting.
No, I don't
Yeah.
mean sexually. I mean like I've seen Sean's friends like kiss him on the Danny fucking kisses everybody on the cheek and the head and stuff
Well,
like
that's
that.
funny.
Well,
Yeah, that's
the other
funny.
night I did kiss Sean on the forehead as I was putting him to bed because he was
When
pissed
was
drunk.
this?
Thursday night. I went out on Thursday night. Dumbest fucking mistake.
Where did you go on?
Wait,
But
where'd
we-
you
and-
go?
but it was- so
Why
I went-
wasn't I invited?
Because you're home.
It was
with
your
your boyfriend,
boys'
Karen?
night.
It
Boys'
was
night.
boys' night.
So I went to Wally's for a little bit.
And twins. Sorry, what?
Wally, Justin, Sean,
Miles?
Jason,
Yeah.
Steve, Grilly, me,
Oh, you were telling me about it.
and then we
Yeah.
went to Justin's,
Yeah.
and then Sean got very drunk.
Wait, Sean was my Sean?
No.
Okay, that's where I was confused.
Stan-
I was.
Stanwich.
That's why I was like,
Stanwich.
why was I not invited?
Yeah, no.
See, that's in my head. I went, he wouldn't tuck him into bed.
That's
and
why I
kiss
was
him
very
on the
confused
forehead.
because I was like,
But Sean Pastanowitz,
when were
I
you
would
with
cuddle
Sean?
that man to sleep.
Yeah.
I would just,
Well,
all
so
right,
we were sitting at the bar
hush, little
at Justin's house,
baby.
and he had just disappeared. And I was like,
Yeah.
he's probably fucking sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
So I went upstairs.
He was
He
sleeping on the
was.
couch.
So I pulled a blanket up on him. And he went, "Mwah. Good night, sweetheart," and walked downstairs.
And he's like,
he was like,
Yep,
thanks.
that's funny.
I
went
just
back to
don't.
bed.
I think that part of it, and not to get too like, but like I think part of it is the toxic masculinity thing. Like,
Oh,
guys
100%.
can't be like emotional with another guy or physical with another guy. You can. Sean's group of friends, my Sean, is very like touchy feely and like they're very close. They're they're
We're in a band together and we touch each other's genitals all the time.
in a positive way. Or you like not tag him?
No, in a positive way. Like, hey, man, you looking
What's
good
up, man?
today. All right, get a little.
So then what? Then you should be able to kiss someone.
Nah, not that
That's
group.
different.
You can.
Not that group. That, I don't like that. I'm not a beard
Britton
guy.
Vinny,
So,
though.
What
yeah.
I
Brent
mean
Vinny.
is
Oh, they
to
would,
be-
yeah, they
what I
would.
mean is to be in a movie and you're just
Oh yeah.
kissing someone.
Here's my thing. If I was an actor, I'm an actor.
doing
You know
it's
what I
not
mean?
like they're
Like,
making out. You don't have to give him a blowjob or anything.
if the role calls. No, I'm joking. What I'm saying is,
Steven.
if I'm a caliber of Nick Offerman, right, which I've done a lot of things, I don't need money.
Do you know he almost wasn't in it?
Correct. I don't need money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's taking roles to challenge himself. Why wouldn't you take a role like this, right?
What haven't I done?
Exactly.
Yep.
So you take a role where, spoilers, obviously, for the Last of Us TV show, if you haven't seen it, or video game, you take a role where you are a prepper. You are a hardcore fucking conservative dude that watching the first part of this episode, a lot of people were probably like, yeah, man, this is my guy right here. Yeah, he's got all the guns in the basement. Oh, wait, what's happening? I don't like this. He's kissing another dude right now.
But it's true, though, because he was still basically being himself. Like what he's played in other roles, just different sexual preference. That's it.
Now, here's another thing to take into context. And I've thought about this since playing the video game. Because, again, day one.
Because they are technically partners in the game, too. Weren't they supposed to be? They just didn't dive into it.
So in the game is completely different from the TV show. So basically in the game, you come across Bill with Ellie and Joel, and you have to get a battery for a truck, and you're basically there to do that. You get with him and walk around and do stuff and come across a boss fight with him and finally do whatever you need to do. In the midst of that, going from house to house in this town, you come across a body that is strung up by the neck like he hung himself. And there's a note to Bill that says, I fucking hate you, Bill. You're the worst fucking person in the world. Like, all this shit. But you could tell it was like a love note. Like, don't worry about me. I killed myself because I fucking hate you. You know what I mean? Like that.
It was Frank.
But he had bites all over him, and he had like a Hawaiian shirt on, and he cuts him down, and he's just like, Joel asks, like, who is this? And he's just like, it's one of my partner, you know, whatever, fuck this guy kind of thing. But it was never like, hey, they were gay. It was just hinted at that there
was something.
Right. So in the TV show, they literally take an entire episode to show a backstory of them together, living together, growing old together, and then one of them getting cancer and trying to care for each other in a world that's gone to shit. And, you know, people want to say it's a cop-out or whatnot, how they end it, you know, like Romeo and Juliet or Romeo and Romeo, whatever.
I liked how they ended
I loved how they did it because if you notice, too, the show's all about open windows. And the way they showed that open window at the end of that episode, I almost lost it.
Bro.
Okay, you're right. I almost lost it. I was sitting there with my wife watching. I was like, it was great.
I know Carrick was making jokes because
Like
that's just
open-
kind of...
So
Like actual open window?
the way they frame it is he leaves them a note. So, okay, the one dude
just
has
need to watch
cancer.
this
Hold on.
fucking show.
The one... I don't know if I want to spoil it for you.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah,
Just
it's on
let me watch it.
HBO
Just let me
Max.
watch it.
Watch
just
it.
watch it.
Go home and
But,
watch
like,
every episode. You're
Carrick, like with stuff like that, he makes jokes and stuff anyways because he's not that emotional person.
Sure.
So when he's met with something that's like heavily emotional, he's
Sure.
like making jokes like, oh geez, like blah blah. But afterwards, we had that conversation, and I was like, I would do the same thing. You wouldn't be fucking leaving me like to deal with this by myself.
If I was that,
No
like,
way.
Well,
Like-
so the greatest part about that is when the way he sums it up, saying that you were my purpose, right? So I'm old.
I kept
I'm
going.
fucking
Like, I'm
right.
done. Like-
Yeah. What is there to live for?
What's
at this
left?
Point?
Yeah.
Right. Now, the point I wanted to make was, in a world like this where there's nothing, in a world where there's nothing left and there's no people around and you're by yourself and you come across somebody, are you gay? Or are you just looking for companionship? You know what I mean? There's nothing left in the world,
Well,
right?
if you're looking for companionship, you don't
Yeah, but-
have to.
Okay, let's look at prison,
Do
bro.
that stuff.
Let's look at prison. Dudes have needs,
They
right?
were probably already. They just didn't want to say anything.
I'm not
No.
gay.
No,
Suck my dick. You know, like that's shit. That's what I'm saying.
there's levels.
What
I mean,
I'm saying
I
is,
get it.
it's the end of the world, the apocalypse, right? I don't want to say me and you, Randy, are on a fucking ranch
What's
somewhere
up
by
with it?
ourselves,
What's up?
but I'm saying shit's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Because what else is going on?
I guess.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you grow to love and respect each other because that's all you got. You know?
See, I think I mean the way that they framed it, it was more clear that Frank was.
Oh, yes.
It was more
Yes.
clear that he was.
Obviously.
And it wasn't until he started kind of egging Bill on that he was like, but he even said, I've never
Right. I've never done this.
done that.
Obviously, in a world in which he's bound by what he needs to be to everybody, and this is why I fucking love this, is they're showing that the people that have the problem with this are like him. But they can't show that they're okay with it or are that because they're bound
you're
by
right,
it.
because that's the thing is like you can't put people in boxes. You just
right,
can't.
Right. So the world's over and no one else is there to judge me. So now I'm going to be
I'm
me.
gonna be myself.
Right. It's a beautiful story.
loved it.
It's a beautiful story.
loved it.
Any single person who has a problem with it can fuck off.
I understood, and like Carrick did not have a problem with the story. Did not have a problem with like the, stuff. He was like, I didn't expect them to spend a whole episode when you only get one a week. I didn't expect a whole episode to be, dedicated to this. Did he not like it? No, but he was kind of like, I feel like I got robbed of like other stuff that they could have done.
Well, and I've
because
seen
they dedicated a whole episode to it.
I've seen a lot of conservative type people posting things like, I'm watching a zombie show. Where are the fucking zombies? I don't want to see gay people.
First of all,
it's not a zombie show.
Not a zombie show.
It's a show about people first and how they're trying to survive in the apocalypse, basically. And the zombies are in the background as,
obstacles.
Exactly. Like,
they're just obstacles.
It's if you're watching fucking Game of Thrones, the Night King and the White Walkers, they're there, but they're not
That's
there.
not the show. You're not watching the show for them.
Exactly. So they're just
And
obstacles
there's
to
lots
get over.
of like gay stuff and
There is,
incest in that show.
right? And nobody cared about that.
No one cared about that.
give a
People
shit.
people cared about it when it was the Lannisters, and then as soon as it was, wait, Jon Snow and Daenerys are related.
Right.
Fuck that.
It's
Fuck her,
fine.
bro.
It's
Like,
fine.
do it, because everyone was like, "Oh, we love that."
Right. I will say this: if they made that same episode with 2 women, no one would complain.
Oh, for
No one. There would be
sure.
no.
Exactly.
No
I don't care
backlash,
how
no nothing.
conservative you are, you wouldn't care.
Look, all right, I like that. Yeah.
All right, all right, all right.
Yeah, show me them scissoring. Yeah. All right, back to what we're talking about. Do we have any what the fuck moments from this movie?
I wouldn't call them what the fuck moments. I think if you watch the movie and you don't really understand, like you don't know what you're getting into,
Sure.
you're gonna be like, what? But you're not gonna be like, what the fuck? Yeah.
I had a what the fuck moment though, where I
Oh,
literally
what
said
was
what the fuck
yours?
out,
Yeah.
out loud. So she gets into his apartment and she finally is like looking around and seeing all this crazy shit. She looks up when she's like at a door and there's a bunch of garbage bags on the ceiling.
They showed that later too. They're technically like piled up, but they're like leaning.
But it looks so
it
weird.
does look like they're
Right.
attached
So
to the
it-
ceiling.
It made me go, what the fuck is going on
Yeah,
here?
so it wasn't
Like, what is
necessarily in the movie. It was just like,
It was
why
this,
is it like that?
still what the fuck though.
Why? Yeah.
If anything makes me say what the fuck, I'm writing it down. And that made me go, what the fuck is this?
Because I thought it earlier too when he is seeing it like that, like when he takes the meds. Because I was like, God, there's a lot of stuff up there. Like,
He took the meds so we can see everything.
Right.
Why did he not clean after seeing that
can I
shit?
tell
'Cause he-
you?
I
Stop
guess that's my what the
taking-
fuck. No,
But he
was
knows
still
what
on
it
medicine,
looks like. He still knows. Even when he got back off the medicine, he knows what it looks like. He's done seen it.
and even on the
he
medicine,
saw
you
it.
can see it.
Here's something else we
Clean.
haven't talked about. All those bags and
What's in them?
containers and stuff, that's not one person.
What containers? The first one?
Throughout the entire, when she walks in there, there's containers upon containers in that fucking
Yeah, but
apartment.
they're not like the plastic containers. Like
But
he
they're
put her
still-
in. There's like a bunch of pizza boxes and like cartons and stuff.
The way
he
I
even
took
says
it-
when he takes that leftover pizza from the thing, he's like, "What's better than leftover pizza?" And then it shows all those piles of pizza boxes.
But
that
there's
he had.
other
You ain't wrong.
stuff in there, and there's other. To me, what I took from it was he killed a lot of people, and we just haven't seen it, and he doesn't even know he's done it.
It could be. There definitely could be people or parts in those.
Well, they all
containers.
so the whole movie when they're showing like this is a serial killer. There's a serial killer out here. I feel like that's what they're trying to show is that he's been doing this, and there's numerous people in that fucking apartment
It's
dead.
funny you say that because I even said that when the cat was like, "You're a serial killer." I was like, "Can you be a serial killer if
After one?
if you're only known for one kill? Like
Yeah.
that's not
That's murder.
I'm telling
just murder. That's just homicide."
Yeah.
you, how many? So we're gonna get deep here. How many people do you have to kill to become a serial killer, and do they need to be in the same type of way?
I feel like they don't need to be in the same type of way. That's different.
Don't look it
I
up.
don't want
That's
to.
different. That's someone who has a, what do they call it?
A motif. No. Pattern.
It's like it's a pattern.
For sure.
Like you have the same.
I think if
You have the same target. You have the same, like you leave a calling card. Like
Right.
I think that's a different type of serial killer. That's a calculated, like, you're fucking with us at this point.
Yeah.
But you can still be a serial killer where you're just, there's not a reason. I have this in me and I want to kill people.
Yeah.
They don't need to be blonde women. They don't need to be black guys. They don't need to be
Right, she went there.
religious.
Why'd you go there?
Right.
Why'd you have to go there?
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Well, okay,
Oh,
speaking
okay.
of that, and I wanted to say this, is something that they touched on
you.
in that TV show. Hold
about
on.
that.
What if I don't want this card?
She wants a different one.
the one
Something
on
they
top.
touched on
So?
in the Jeffrey Dahmer TV show was the fact that why are there
Did you
more...
watch? Did you watch?
I watched it.
The Dahmer TV show.
It was on Netflix.
I didn't.
Dahmer.
I didn't like it.
It's really slow.
He did
so
a good
it
job.
was really
oh, it's
slow.
slow, but
he
he
was
did a good job.
He
doesn't-
the first episode was good.
Evan
He
Peters
did
does a
good,
good
but
job
it
in
just
anything,
took
though.
too
I don't
long.
think I've seen anything that I didn't like.
He,
him in.
yeah, exactly.
It sounds kind of fucked up for me to say, but it took too long to get to the killing. And I know it's real. I get it. But I wanted it to be a little bit quicker to get to where we need
Which
to
I
go
get what
with
you're
the
saying,
show.
but I think one of the points of the show was they were trying to show how
It's not
someone gets
everything
to
leading,
this.
yeah.
How does someone
I
get to
get
this
it.
point?
Yeah.
But shows that I'm used to watching, I was comparing it
jump
to
right
that,
into
which
it,
I
yeah.
shouldn't have done, but I did anyway because it is a TV show.
Well, yeah. And you're also talking about what we've talked about here all the time on watching older type movies or TV shows. You need to have something happen, boom, 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 boom,
keep you
in it, right? Or keep your attention.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's where everything is going, and why movies and TV shows today are just not as good or as
It's just not the
wholesome
same, at
or
least, yeah.
information filled as they used to
Informative.
be. Thank you. I got there somehow. Somebody help me. But
Informative.
I made up my own word today.
From now
it's fine.
on,
It's informative.
it's
That was
informative.
very informative of you.
Look, thank you. She's like, I'm gonna look it up and see if it's a word.
Gemma was
It's spelled
very
the same way.
Informative.
in
Yeah.
this movie.
Huh?
It's spelled the
Oh, yeah,
same way as
it would be-
informative.
It would be.
spelled the same.
I just talk a different way. Look at me coming up with different
No, I wanted to
pronunciations.
Google what makes someone a serial killer.
Sure. Anyways, what I'm saying is, I feel like the medium of movies and TV shows are suffering because of that.
If my phone is bugged.
Because you have to fucking boom, 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 keep
Yeah.
somebody in it.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to bring up too is about the serial killer thing, which is what they talked about in that show was why are there so many serial killers now compared to before? Or like even now with like if we're looking in today's events, school shootings and stuff like
because
that.
of media.
I think it's not because of the media. I think it's somewhat because of the media giving them a place to talk about it. This was going on. People were killing people all over the
we're
place.
just hearing of it more.
Forever
Right.
in the
We're hearing
Wild
of it.
West in the
Right.
fucking cave
So
days. Like,
now it's not like it just what's wrong with this
reasonings
person?
might have changed.
Sure,
and
but
stuff,
people are still killing people, and we just knowing about it, where before we weren't. You know what
we
I mean?
weren't aware.
And like, think about who's the biggest serial killer who got away? Fucking they made a movie about it with Robert.
Michael Myers.
No, with Robert.
Wow.
With Iron Man, Tony.
Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah,
No.
and yeah, no, he was in it.
Oh.
Was it Jake Gyllenhaal too?
Oh.
No, Hugh Jackman.
Zodiac.
Zodiac
the Zodiac killer.
Right. He's still
We
walking
still
free.
know where. Well, he may not
He's
be
probably dead
walking
by now.
He might
Maybe.
be dead.
He's
He
been
might
going
be.
for on for
It
years.
wasn't, but not as long as you think though.
Oh.
Like
That's
it
what I'm-
wasn't like it was like the 40s or 50s. Like
Right.
it was like what 70s.
Yeah.
I mean, he could still be alive.
And that's the thing is,
Well.
how many serial killers are out there that no one knows about
don't know.
because they're doing it so well or that have just been so good at it? There's a movie that I love to talk about and I want people to watch and no one's seen it. Dane Cook is in it. Kevin Costner is in it. It's
Mr.
called
Brooks.
Mr. Brooks. It's an
I've
amazing fucking
absolutely
movie.
seen that movie, and it's amazing.
It's
You're right.
really good.
It's so
and
good.
the way he kills people in that movie, I'm like, they shouldn't put this on screen because
It's very calculated.
You
and
can get away with it.
He knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
And the
That's
way
a
it ends up,
great- That's on my list.
yeah, it's a great movie.
That's a great movie.
It will come up soon here. So,
Mm-hmm.
Steve's fun facts of the week. What? Sorry, I didn't
Just so
know
you
what
know,
button it
I
was.
do have.
The fun facts of the fucking week. I'm sorry, what was that, Tara?
I looked up the serial killer.
Oh, okay, go for it first before we
So
get
it
into
says this: the term serial killings means a series of 3 or more
That's
killings,
what I was gonna say.
with not less than one of which was committed in the United States.
So you have to be a serial killer in the United States to become a serial killer?
You have to have at least one of your killings for some reason in the United States.
But then you can go somewhere
That's
else.
based off the FBI. That's based off the FBI, though, and that's
What the
why.
fuck?
So
do
I always
they
got to
know?
come back to the United States.
What do
But
they
that's
know?
because it's the FBI. They're
So I'm going to go to Europe.
the states.
Okay, I'm going to kill a
Also-
whole bunch of people.
Ain't no serial
I'm not a serial
till you
killer.
come to America.
Right. I do
There
one in there.
are-
Now I'm a serial killer.
4 types of serial killers. They classify them in 4
Alpha,
different
beta,
types.
zeta, teta. What?
Tata,
I don't know.
like potato.
Theta.
Sure.
Theta.
The visionary.
Is it Theta? It's Theta.
That's not. I don't like calling
Visionary.
him that.
He's
Yeah.
a visionary serial
The
killer.
mission oriented,
He's a missionary.
power control oriented,
No,
which
he's
I think
a
is a
top.
lot
He's a
of.
top.
He's a
That's
top.
I think a lot of them.
He's
And
a bear.
hedonistic.
Hedonistic. Is that like in the moment? Probably.
I
Heated-
don't, it
he-
doesn't
In the
really
heat of the
go.
moment is what I'm thinking.
Heat of the moment.
The hedonistic of the moment. Sure, whatever. See, fun facts. Director Marjane Satrapi was initially going to hire voice actors for the animals' voices. However, Ryan Reynolds convinced her that he should do them as they are voices that his
They're
character
his.
hears in his head, and therefore should be different variations of his voice. He convinced her by sending her recordings of his voice tailored specifically for each of the animals.
I love that
I
that
like
was
that.
his idea, that he pushed that, because that just makes sense to me.
It does, and the fact that the cat is Scottish is hilarious.
Plus the way that they show him doing it later, like you wouldn't have been able to really show him do, like
True.
to connect that.
Right, it makes more sense, yeah. Another what the fuck moment that I forgot that I didn't write down was when they're watching the animals fuck on TV.
All the and Ryan Reynolds is like covering his eyes,
And the cat's like,
oh
you need to
yeah.
turn this before something. I
Right.
don't remember what the fuck he said.
Before I get there or some shit. I don't know.
But yeah, it is. It's like before I.
Yeah. During the conga line scene, the order of the ladies in front of Jerry are the order in which they get murdered. I like that. I like little
I think I was on my phone during that part.
son of a bitch you.
Yeah.
Jerry's doctor always asks if he hears disembodied voices, and despite hesitating, he always answers with an honest no. Since he attaches the voice to his pets, they're actually not disembodied.
I like when he says, "I hear yours."
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like avoid the
Yeah.
question.
Right. I like that.
I hear yours right now, talking to me.
Final decision time. What would we give
Oh
this
wait, I
movie?
thought of a what the fuck moment. It also same as yours, not really like when he just shoves that whole piece. He's just eating that one piece of pizza,
Oh, you want?
and he's just
That's
like
me when I eat anything.
just
Oh,
the
not that.
entire.
Not that.
You know what's funny
I
is
thought
he
you were talking
does that
about
at the restaurant too, and she's like, "Oh, you want one of my whatever sliders?"
the whole-
and he just
The
That-
whole thing. It's like he
that's what
does.
I do when
It's
I
like he
eat.
doesn't know where
can't.
his meat, like
Yeah.
when his next meal is coming from, so he just hoovers it down.
hold on. That's a prison thing. Eating
He was
because hold
incarcerated.
on,
He was, yeah.
he fucking goes down and like eats like he's protecting it.
And that pizza had that hard pepperoni on it.
That was funny, yeah. So think about that for a
But
second.
did it? But did it?
Did it? You're right.
Or
You're
was he
100%
just
right.
seeing
He could have
a hard
because
pepperoni?
who opened the box and was there, right? She was, right? Gemma.
I've looked further into this serial killer.
Oh Jesus.
That's you're gonna
You're gonna be getting
you're
hold
on
on.
the list.
She's gonna get Facebook ads for like serial killer games.
Hedonistic
Mhm.
is the thrill or the rush or like lust or sexual pleasure, or you're gaining something like a financial gain.
Okay.
They
So I'm a
consider
hitman.
Jeffrey Dahmer
That makes
A
sense.
hooker.
hedonistic. The power or control is the satisfaction of having a complete control, usually involves sex, and the main motive is to gain power. Ted Bundy
A top.
is classifies him as that.
We got that on top.
Mission oriented is you're seeking revenge or to eliminate a specific type of group or people, like ridding the world of, you
So
know,
like you're a Nazi, right?
yes,
You're Hitler.
generally not psychotic,
But you are.
but like there's,
I get it. You're cohesive in
You
what
know,
you're
you're
doing.
on purpose
Right.
Going after this group of people,
Right.
and they used
Psycho.
I don't like people that wear jean jackets.
Joseph Paul
and we're gonna
Franklin.
kill them all. What? I don't know who that is.
Joseph Paul Franklin. He apparently killed 12 young black males, all of which had white girlfriends.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
So that was it.
I don't agree with it. I'm saying I get why what you're saying, what you're
Easy,
describing.
Steve.
Visionary.
Whoops.
Suffer from some sort of psychosis, delusions, hallucinations, feel compelled or commanded to kill, commonly God or demons, and the victims are not targeted.
God told me
And
to do it. So
They
it's fine.
use David Berkowitz, which was Son of Sam,
Yeah.
as the example.
Son of Sam. There's some good movies you should
The more
watch,
you
Son of
know,
Sam, yeah.
the more you know.
The More You Know with Tara. Brought to you by Twisted Tea.
We're never
Half and half.
And serial
After-
killers.
Yeah, we're not getting sponsored.
dude.
Yeah.
Never.
Anyways, final decision time. Out of 10, will we recommend it and were we entertained? Tara first since she picked it.
I didn't do this
Oh,
first.
okay. We're doing that first.
have a drink.
We're doing the TV and movie trivia time.
I don't have a drink.
I got.
Oh, these are both so easy.
We'll pick one.
Keep it
Or
away
both.
from me, because I'm gonna look.
They're both you will both get this right though. That's what I'm saying. It's so easy. Both questions. Maybe not you.
Definitely not Randy.
Definitely the one. You'll both
All
get
right,
the
go
one.
for it. What do you got?
Which superhero was played by Linda Carter in the TV show of the same name?
That's easy, but
I know.
Give us the.
Can you say it again?
Which
Can you repeat the question, please?
Which superhero was played by Linda Carter in the TV show of the same name?
Fun fact: Linda Carter was also in Super Troopers 2 and 1. Well, 1 and 2.
2 and 1.
I know I'm a fucking idiot. Ask us the second question because I'm sure I want to double.
Can you hold on? I'm sorry.
Wow, this guy.
I need you to repeat the question one more time.
What superhero did Linda Carter play?
Thank you.
Can you just
Yeah, I got it now. We're good.
What's the second one?
What sort of animal was the title character in the movie Babe?
Well, that's fucking hard.
That's so stupid. Why was my card this?
I don't know.
You should have picked the fucking top one, like I said.
What do you got, Randy?
Wait, no.
What do you know? No. You go first.
No, dude.
If either of you gets that second question wrong, you are fired.
So I got number 1, Wonder Woman. Number 2, Piglet.
See,
Because he's not a big pig. He's a
See, dude.
Piglet.
I got pig, and I don't even want to tell you the first answer.
No. Oh!
Let's go.
What was
You'll
it?
never
What was
know. I went with Carter, so I went with Agent Carter.
She's
Oh,
because her last
okay.
name is Carter.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, so they did say a
Randy's
pig.
drinking.
They said a pig for
Yeah,
Babe.
I don't know.
But yes, Wonder Woman.
This question.
Piglet would be correct.
Which
though.
superhero was played by Linda Carter?
Bro.
Because the show was
I don't know
called...
who the fuck Linda Carter is.
Well, then you
that's
wouldn't
your-
have been able to answer
Yeah,
anyways.
so I went with Carter.
The
and I
question was
like,
worded that way because she was Wonder Woman, but the show was also named
called
Wonder Woman.
That should have clued you in. I could have also went,
I want to do a different one.
and you would have been like, oh, okay.
I'm going to pick the top one
Should've
because you said, oh, you should just pick the top one.
You should have.
Okay.
Can
what do you
I
got?
can I answer it? Let me answer
It's
it.
another easy one.
fucking
Fuck.
get it, dude.
We're going-
Okay,
You get two
just
for-
the
you get a
first
two
one.
for-
I'm going to give you the hard one. And then I know Randall's not going to get it, so then I'll give him the easy one because he's going to get that one. Okay. You'll probably get this one, Steve. What 1989 movie features the line, I'll have what she's having?
Dum, 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 I don't know.
Do you know, Steve, or are you just guessing?
I'm guessing because I feel like it could be any movie.
Well, you've already wrote it down, so I'll tell you Billy Crystal was in this movie.
I think I got it then.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right.
When Harry Met Sally.
Fucking know that.
All right, Randall, I'll give you
I don't
one.
know.
I'll give you one.
Yeah.
In SpongeBob SquarePants,
Yeah, come on, bro.
Son of a bitch.
what fast food restaurant does SpongeBob work in?
That's Krusty Krab.
It is the Krusty Krab.
The Krusty Krab.
Spelled with K's.
Okay. What restaurant does Plankton work
The
at?
chum bucket.
Okay. All right.
Oh
I
my
ain't no
God.
idiot.
I actually love that it's an actual bucket, though. Like that
I know,
someone just
right?
dropped into the water.
You know,
like,
the show is actually smarter than
and
you
the
think it is.
Krusty Krab is a crab. Is a crab. What do you call it?
Crab pop?
Crab pot, yeah.
Is it a crab pot?
Yeah, it would be a
yeah,
crab
the
pot.
little.
Yep.
So funny.
That's good. Anyways, final decision time, finally.
Yeah. I had
Were
to do
we-
it before we ended.
Were we entertained?
Yes.
And would we recommend it to anyone
Yes.
and then give it a out of 10 score?
7.
7 out of 10.
I would give it 7 because I think it's not gonna be for everybody.
It's not a world beater by
But I
any
do,
chance.
but I do still like. I've seen it more than one time. This wasn't like a one and done.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Well,
I've,
you picked
it.
I've seen it. I've seen it more than once, and I enjoy it still.
Okay.
I would recommend it to people who have not seen it
Right.
because I think that it's intriguing. I think that it's interesting, and I think that it's entertaining.
Yeah, I think if Ryan Reynolds didn't recover from this point in his career, this wouldn't be a movie
it would
to watch.
be. It would be like
But definitely if you're a fan of Ryan Reynolds, yeah, for sure, watch it because
for
you've seen
sure.
everything else.
Because I think that it's a good movie, but I think you're right. I think him being in it does help.
Yeah.
Because I think you're right. You're not reaching for that to watch if
It's Elijah Wood.
someone
Right.
is not. Although I'd probably watch it with Elijah. I mean, I watched Wilfred, which was basically the same fucking.
You're right.
Which was
If it was Michael
remember
Cera,
Wilfred.
I do. But if it was Michael Cera, would you be like, oh yeah, we're watching
no,
this?
I wouldn't watch it. For
That's
there you
also
go.
more believable. Dude looks like a fucking psychopath.
You're right.
These eyes are crying.
Sing for us.
These eyes
No,
are
don't. Okay.
With you.
That's the best. That's like the best
It
part
is,
of that
it really
movie.
is.
It's like-
He's the singer, right? The brother. Who's the singer? Sing something
Cry
for us.
every night for you.
Super bad.
It's been a minute.
Oh my god! I just watched
been
it
a minute.
recently, actually, just
Did
because.
you really?
Yeah, just because.
It's been a long time since
I
I've seen
I had
the movie.
completely
Like when
forgot
it
about the
first came out
part.
on DVD.
I had completely forgotten about the part where he gets the period blood on his leg.
love
We're
that. We're
blood brothers.
God damn it. All right, Randy. Were you entertained?
For the most part,
Would you recommend it to
I
anyone?
don't. You know,
If someone had never seen it,
if somebody has never, if I go up to somebody like, "Have you seen this movie?" and they say no, I'd say, "You should watch
give
it."
it a
You like
watch.
Ryan Reynolds? You should watch it.
give it a watch.
Yeah.
If you don't like Ryan Reynolds, which
You should watch it.
Come on.
who's a person?
Fuck
who
off.
Doesn't
Yeah.
like Ryan Reynolds.
Fuck off.
Should
Fuck
not be
off.
acquaintances. I'll tell you
should
that
not
right now.
be acquainted. All right, out of 10, what would you give it?
I give it a 7.
7.
Yeah.
All right, that's high.
I think that's solid. I think it's a good rating. It's not a
It's not like, oh wow,
amazing.
give that.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it's not a bad movie. It's just a different role than what I'm used to seeing
For him.
Ryan in.
I think that's one of the reasons why I have watched it more than once, because it's kind of nice to get a different.
Different take on
You don't
something.
see that like that like the I think that's why that's my favorite scene, where he's like holding that emotion back and like teary eyed, and he's passionate. Like you don't see that as much in the other roles that
Yeah.
he has done.
I agree with that. He's turned into The Rock for me, and I hate that because I really love Ryan
Excuse you?
Reynolds.
I mean,
He's turned into a one-trick pony, but you hold on, it's a good trick.
He's Canadian. You're supposed to be on his side.
I'm on his side. Hold on.
well, that would
Who's
mean,
the-
that would
who's
mean
the
we'd have to be
person-
on Justin Bieber's side. and I
Who's
don't-
the person
Fuck Justin
Not on
who
that
Bieber.
keeps
logic.
telling both of you to watch Two Guys, a Girl, on a Pizza place?
I said that to Carrot
because you
just
have
last
Put
Ryan
it on
Reynolds.
Plex. Have
It
you?
is on Plex, motherfucker.
I haven't signed into.
Yeah,
Plex
you don't
for
even know.
this.
You don't
I
even
actually
know.
just said that to Carrot last night, that you
Exactly.
keep telling us to watch it.
So I am
It's two guys, a
Behind-
girl, and a pizza
Pizza Place.
place.
You're not going to be able to find it anywhere but
Right.
on Steve's Plex. Just to let anybody
Can you
know out there.
find Spice World?
Oh, I got you. I'll put it on
Because
my Plex.
it's nowhere.
Yeah, I got it. No problem.
It's not like you can't
does
even
that
get the
sound familiar?
DVD for less than 25.
Spice Girls, the movie they made called
Okay,
Spice
yeah,
World.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you
I'll do you
can't-
one better. I got Josie and the Pussycats on my Plex right now.
Josie and the Pussycats is all in other streaming.
I don't care, but it's a great
Spice
movie.
World is not. You can't even go and buy the DVD for like less than $25.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
I'll put it on my Plex.
I need it.
Anyways, what I was saying is I am a Ryan Reynolds fan. I've
Obviously.
loved everything he's done. I loved Buried. I loved, obviously, Two Guys, a Girl, Pizza Place.
Buried was
Buried.
stress. That was stressful.
But- From this
But
movie,
again-
he's playing a different type of character.
And on his
I like
own.
it. Yeah, pretty much the entire movie
have to
is
carry
him,
that
right?
shit.
Exactly. And he does. He really does. I'm just saying
my
that
dude.
recently, since he's climbed back into the limelight, he is a one-trick pony doing the same Deadpool type stuff. Look at Hitman's Bodyguard, look at Free Guy, all that. While they're good, they're falling into the Rock character for me, where every movie he's just being the Rock.
I get
Kevin
what you're
Hart is
saying.
just being Kevin Hart in every movie. It's
That
fine.
Father one.
Oh, yeah, fatherhood and the
That
upside.
was a good fucking movie.
The upside was actually
But you don't
very
relate.
good.
Fuck
No,
you.
Zion.
So
I don't
but,
either, but I still like it.
Well, what I'm saying is, I like when characters or actors show range and have a different
I
sort of
agree.
thing. So this movie,
didn't
to
mean
me,
it that
is
way.
definitely
You
better
think
because
they
of
put
that.
him in
In a
a
box.
category.
He's in a
now,
box
and
right
he's-
now,
Yeah.
and it's fine. I mean,
It's
do you?
Deadpool's fault
It really is, but it's
because he did like the proposal, and
Which I love that
he
movie.
was kind of the same in that though.
but he's not.
Can we do that
He's
movie?
actually that's all.
Is it my
that's-
pick?
It is your
It is.
pick.
Fuck yeah.
Hold on.
I just
Hold on.
watched it 2
fuck
weeks
you.
ago, but I
Let me
watched it again.
let me finish out my review.
Yes.
So I
Yes, please.
would recommend this to people.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely, again, mental health wise, I think this movie makes it open people's eyes who just are like, you got ADD or you got this or you got that. You're fine. Just get
take
over
meds.
it.
Like,
Right. You'll be fine.
that'll fix
this.
it.
This will show you in a different light that maybe taking meds is not the answer. Obviously, in this movie,
It was.
it was,
But
it shows the opposite
the
of why
point,
he's not
Yeah.
taking
it
them.
was
Yeah.
because it would have probably prevented him from killing people, but he might have then been
might have-
depressed.
Right.
He
Well,
might have been miserable.
he might have killed himself like his mother did, right? So again, you're
Oh my-
seeing things like that.
I meant to mention that part where he was like, he gave her the choice between
Mhm.
leaving him or leaving Berlin, and I was like, that's and then he said, and she spent her whole life
Bye,
missing
bitch.
home, and I was like, oh my
Right.
god.
And if you
That's
pay if
the
you
way he said that was so sad.
if you pay close attention during that scene with his mother, there's scars on her wrists, right?
yeah.
So again, it's just showing that mental health is a bigger deal in this movie than it. You would think on the surface. You would think just watching this, it's just a slasher
it's light.
or
It's
whatever.
just like a light, funny.
I think it's deeper than that. I think Ryan Reynolds does really good in this movie, in this role. I think without him, the movie suffers. I think the movie is way better with him in it, and I don't think I would watch it unless there's somebody in it that's just as good as acting.
Like at least name like someone at that level.
Right, like Christian Bale. If he was in this, all right, we're fucking watching it. Or Daniel
If
Day-Lewis
Christian
or
Bale was
whatever.
in this, it would be a
would be big, yeah, for sure.
theatrical like
Right.
masterpiece.
Obviously,
because
when this
people
came
would throw
out,
money in it.
Right, when this came out and where Ryan Reynolds was in his career, obviously it didn't do very good. But I would recommend it to people who are just like, hey, I like Ryan Reynolds. Is there any other movies that are out there? For sure, watch this movie. Watch Buried. Watch fucking, what's the goddamn movie where he's a FBI agent and everybody's shooting everybody in the fucking hotel?
In the hotel? An FBI agent with Denzel Washington?
No, with Ray Liotta.
I'm gonna look it
We
up.
did it on this goddamn show.
I did.
You weren't here at that
Ray
point.
Liotta.
Fucking, there's a sequel to it. Ben Affleck's in it. Fucking Captain Kirk from Star Trek's in it.
Oh, Smoking Aces.
Thank you,
That's
Smoking
an
Aces.
amazing movie.
I don't
That's
know why.
a great movie.
Right, and he plays a different type of character in that.
But so to that point, because you made me think of that one with Denzel Washington, that's not like,
You're right.
he's not an overly like
Goofy guy,
comic,
yeah.
like goofy. But also like back on the proposal thing, he's not an overly goofy part in that too. She's honestly more goofy than he is.
He's
in
being
that.
the straight guy in that movie, but you can still see him in that movie.
Well, it's
Right.
hard to pull it out completely,
Sure.
but
And then if you want to throw in my favorite Ryan Reynolds movie, which is Just Friends,
It's such a good movie.
he's obviously
good
being
movie. That's where I
goofy,
fell in love
whatever.
with him, I think.
fat.
Like I loved
Ryan
Van
Reynolds
Wilder.
in that movie. I like Van Wilder too.
But
That's one of my
Just
favorite.
Friends is what
types. Yeah,
got me.
grabbed you. I got you. So I'm actually going to give this a lower score than you think. I'm going to give this a 5.5. But I like the movie. I'm just not going to watch it again. 5.5. I just think that it could have been done a little better. It could have been paced a little bit faster. It could have been shorter. Gemma is great in this movie. Gemma, whatever you want to call it. She's playing the perfect role of being a bitch. You know what I mean? And I'm
But a likable one too, because like
in certain parts for sure.
because she definitely doesn't act like
she's stuck up.
yeah,
But she is.
But she is,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I like the movie, but I'm not going to watch it ever again. Like, I'm with Randy here. Like, one and done, cool.
Yeah.
I remember my wife watching this and being like, oh, yeah, you this movie. And then we watched it again, and I was like, oh, yeah, sure, cool. It's good, but it's not.
I mean, now to be
Watch
fair,
it.
when I say I've watched it more than once, it's not like I watch it every year.
Yeah, you've seen it
But
probably
I've seen it like
4 or 5 times.
3,
Okay,
4 times. Yeah,
whatever,
like
that's fine. Yeah,
Are
so.
you sure?
Are you, sir?
I feel like I have a text message from you that might say differently.
Oh, he's
About
going to go
what?
back into his categories
Yeah.
of text messages. I've seen this movie 17,000 times.
right.
It's amazing.
Yeah, no, she says she's seen it more than once. I thought she said it. I thought she said something else. It's fine.
Randy said earlier that he wasn't a fan of the movie,
Yeah, I did.
but he said he did back it up by saying that it was because it's not the Ryan that he.
Did you tell
Is
Carrick
used to.
that?
I did,
'Cause
and he
he-
said, "Okay, fine."
Okay.
But I had
Because
texted
he said he
Carrick.
didn't want to be friends with me.
He said
I don't want to be friends with Randy if he don't like Ryan Reynolds. And he's like,
No,
motherfucker, I got a blanket.
it wasn't
Ryan
Ryan
Reynolds' face
Reynolds.
on it.
It was this movie.
Really?
Yeah, Carrick likes this movie.
All right.
He thinks it was done really well, and I said Randall didn't like the movie because at the time you hadn't explained yourself. You just said not a fan.
You didn't give me a chance.
And Carrick said,
Didn't give me a chance.
"Sigh, just when I thought he was someone I would like."
Ouch, bro.
I know.
Yeah.
And then I explained it, and Carrick was like, "Oh yeah, okay."
Cool. All right. So we got
back on the good
5.5, 7.
I'm gonna write this down.
And 7.
Seven?
He said 7.
Said 7. Yeah, I mean, that's
Where we
where
at?
it's at.
What is-
Wally's at like a 1.5, but
I just
he's not
can't.
here, so it doesn't
you know
matter.
what? He's not here, so like
It don't matter.
he's
One more
wrong.
time.
You're
Yeah.
wrong.
5.5, 7 and 7.
See him.
7 and 7. So next week is Randy's pick. I think we might know what he's going with.
We
Or
know
hold
we're
on.
going.
You're
Hold on.
really You're gonna.
Let's think. You got to have one in the chamber before coming here. You might have thought of something, or you're riding.
I forgot it was my pick, dude.
Oh, yes,
100%.
So you don't have a list of movies that
Like
you
we
got in
do.
the back
No, I
pocket.
don't have a list.
I have a
No,
list
I just
on
kind
my
of
phone.
fucking wing it.
Yeah, because at first we were doing all the Marvel movies.
It was
I don't
gonna
know if
be
you
a
remember
Marvel
that.
movie for sure, and then you mentioned The Proposal, and I love that movie.
I
That is the.
If you bring up a Sandra Bullock, you're gonna say something about Sandra. That's the old.
Yeah, because
That
he
is
doesn't like
one of
Sandy,
the
so I don't
That
get
is
it.
one of the
movie.
only movies with her that I thoroughly enjoy. Having
Love
her
I
in
just
it.
don't get it.
Well, the cool thing is I can talk about the actual experience of marrying somebody to stay in the country because myself, I am Canadian.
Me and myself.
I can talk on that.
Yeah.
I can speak that.
So next week we're going to do the proposal.
Isn't it funny that they had her
That was the point.
be the
Yeah,
one?
but
Hold on.
we'll
you know,
get there next
You
week.
know
know
what's
what
cool
I mean,
too?
because
Next week
he
is
was-
Valentine's Day week. The proposal. Look at that. All right.
All right.
And we'll be recording it. Oh.
Well, we'll talk about that after.
On Valentine's Day.
Oh, is that Monday?
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Because we
Tuesday.
record on
It
Tuesdays.
is Tuesday, isn't it?
It is. Whatever. We'll talk about that after we sign off for the night. But thanks for listening to anybody out there who's still listening at this point who continues to listen. If you are any of those people out there, thank you.
Thank
Also, if you can, give us a like on any of our social media pages, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, the YouTube, if you want to see our pretty faces, talk about movies, if you want to see what we've done over here. We also have merch that you can buy from us to support us in any way, which you can find on our website at www.thedecisionreel.com. There you can find a promo code, REAL10 for 10% off, and you can buy t-shirts, hats,
I
sweaters,
wish that the decision
jeggings.
reel on the leggings was on the butt.
I can make one.
The real.
The real butt.
Yeah.
Get it on the real butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The real.
What up?
We could do that. But anyways, thanks guys for listening. As always, Steve, Randy, Tara, Wally's not here, but cool. Thanks. Bye. Goodbye.
Bye.